welcome to this week's episode, the first week episode of Honestly Open. The first collab between the Honestly Tho and Open Xchvnge Podcast.
I wonder, so who said we was going to do this again?
Listen, man. Anyway.
First of all, yeah, we're going to keep all negative comments to yourself.
Can we change shit? Like,
Anyway,
No.
you know, this came to fruition a couple weeks ago. What the fuck? WTF Studios hosted a networking mixer, and we met the lovely ladies of Honestly Tho, and you know, from then it was history.
We just clicked.
That's right.
Now we're here.
let me tell you the real story.
Okay.
I'm
The behind the scenes.
What
We
happened?
would catch each other at a time where they would stop shooting, and we would start, you know what I'm saying? And then, like, you know,
Oh, he's right.
we, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling the truth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I already said enough lies for today.
Chaos ensued.
Hit your quota for the day.
We were always running over into y'all's
You got a
time.
problem?
I don't know. You tell me. By the end of Honestly Open, we'll know.
Well, I'm gonna finish the story. So we would always run over and spill over into their time. So Nate would just wait patiently, you know, when we thought Nate was nice. And then we met Leon and we were like, okay, you guys are cool. And now we see Nate's true colors, and Nate is still cool, but he's a bit much. But honestly though, that's why we're here today, because we're gonna keep it open and honest.
And honest, yeah.
There we
Yes.
go.
Got some things to get
So-
into.
I like that.
Cheers to our first collab.
I like that.
Woo,
Cheers to being openly honest.
And
Oh,
yes.
nah, I think I just flipped that.
Okay.
It's honestly open.
Openly honest. You know what?
Okay. I mean, I feel like that could work
Cheers.
too.
So, they're like a mental health podcast. We're like a
Unofficial, because we are not licensed mental health
Yeah,
experts.
yeah,
at all.
we don't.
Disclaimer.
No,
That's a
Oh,
disclaimer.
that
we
makes
only
sense.
speak from experience.
Exactly.
What we know.
So we might say something that you might run with it, but results may vary.
Like financial
like that.
advisors.
Results may vary.
You know what I'm saying? You know?
and we're more like a everything podcast for women and men. I think we're like
Yeah.
bridging the gap now between men and women. That's the direction I see us going in. That's not where we started, but that's where
trying.
we're going. But anyway, first topic on the roster:
Okay.
body shaming men.
Oh, you want to start with that?
We gonna
Body
start with
shaming men?
that
I
because-
didn't think we was
boy.
going to do that.
Wait, hold on. I love this. I love this topic.
I have a question before we
I love this
start.
topic.
What did y'all think when I first sent y'all the topics? When I first got the topics?
Honestly, I woke up at 5 a.m. this morning, looked at my phone. I said, oh, here it is, finally.
I'm gonna be honest. I thought like, which one of y'all wear fake hair? Because that was one of the topics. Yeah, so I was like, which one of y'all wearing fake hair? Because this is on a lot of bullet points. I feel like one of y'all
Is it
trying
you,
to.
Leon?
So I can give you the backstory behind that. So one of my homegirls, she actually does wigs. Shout out the Wigville. They just got her
Okay.
own studio.
Girl,
So yeah, she does wigs, and on her story one time, she just said, "Oh, is it different? Is a woman wearing a wig different from a man wearing lace front beard?"
beard.
So my response was yes and no. Yes, in the sense where
Exactly.
culturally it's different,
What we talking about?
but in reality, logically, it's the same thing.
Technically,
Okay.
it's the same thing.
Technically,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Logically, it is the same
it
exact
is the
thing.
same exact.
But culturally, it's different
different.
because it's looked at differently. Like historically, men do not add stuff on for
I ain't
aesthetics.
gonna lie, we touching a whole different topic, bro.
My fault. My fault. Do
we
you
gave
think?
him away a little bit too much.
I like that direction, but go ahead.
I
can
mean,
revisit it.
follow
We
it.
can
You know what I'm saying?
No, I want to hear. I want to hear where you wanted to go with it.
Topic.
Body shaming.
Well,
Body
but
shaming.
body shaming. Well, I guess you're
Men,
technically
no?
shaming. Would that be considered body shaming if you shaming a beard, a fake beard, a prosthetic beard?
Yeah, because you know, women say a lot of wild
if
stuff.
A man, I mean, like that. If a man says like, "Yo, it's not your real hair," is that body shaming? you?
Yeah, is that body shape?
That's what I was about to ask.
That's appearance shaming. I just made that
But
up.
what
of
do
your body,
women?
though, but your
But what
appearance
do
is part of
women
your body,
categorize it as? Would it be umbrellaed as body shaming?
It
Yeah, I feel
can
like
be.
it's a large general.
Yeah.
Umbrella, yeah, it's an insult.
It's definitely an insult.
Okay.
All right, so
As long as y'all got the Shamar Moore Diary of a Mad Black Woman wigs, I think
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
good.
Yo, can't
As long
There's
as
a
we not
special
doing
place in
that.
hell for the costume
Yo,
design.
Or RZA's wig in the first season of the
My
Wu Tang
man's had a
show.
whole cornrows, but I was just looking at it like, what's up?
And it only looked somewhat okay because he had the headband over the shit.
Somewhat.
If
yeah.
you saw the hairline, I'm pretty sure it was ass.
Nah, but even the parts, they just looked off.
It just
Like,
looked bad.
yeah, everything just
Lucky he
didn't
was
look
light-skinned.
right. Nothing looked right. Nothing looked right.
I'm
I don't know that I would judge a man for wearing a lace beard if I didn't know.
What if you found out? Like, what if y'all got, say, like, you got on a date, y'all been dating for a while, and you're like, you know what, let's go back to your place or my place. You go back to my place, he just take it off.
Okay, no, buddy, you gonna have to do a sew-in or some type of situation with the beard.
Yeah.
Like you gonna have
Like,
to.
no. It's mad hot. It was a hot summer day. Like, shit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
No,
no,
matter of fact.
you see, no. If he told me like it's fake, I wouldn't mind. But to see him like physically take it off his face, that's a lot.
Don't do that.
That's a lot.
I don't think I would care.
Hold up.
I don't
Nah.
know.
You ever spent
I
like
think it would be like at first, the first reaction would be like, oh, okay, this is interesting. But then I'm gonna observe and.
Are you gonna
Observe.
analyze his real face?
True.
Yeah, true.
Because technically
Yeah,
the
yeah,
beard
yeah,
removes that.
But
True.
also,
That's
if it doesn't,
true.
that doesn't change who the person is. It's just like, you know.
Are you really?
All right, I'm
thinking
gonna
that?
rebut
Are you
because
Not
if
the
that's the only
rebuttal.
reason, if that's like the main reason why I was attracted to you at first, like the main attraction, I'm like, oh, this beard is doing things for him. Like I didn't like Drake until Drake got a beard. So
I feel like a majority of people do.
Beard fishing is a thing.
yeah,
That's why guys.
So-
Okay.
beards.
Hat fishing as well.
Beards.
Of
Some
course.
of them can't grow beards.
true.
So they
Catfishing
do
is
the.
what
Get the
that is.
situation.
Why you pointing at
The
him?
lace
Like,
front.
I
The
don't
lace
got the
front.
situation.
No,
You don't.
no.
No.
I see you with
I
some
don't- I
locks a
don't.
couple weeks ago.
Why?
Wait,
you
what
doing
happened?
this right
You
now?
saw
Why
him?
you visiting?
Yeah, where they come from?
You said you saw him with what a few weeks ago?
I saw him with some locks.
Oh.
Did you not have some locks on a few weeks ago?
what? I
Oh, we
love
had
that he
locks a
saw
couple
that.
weeks
Nathaniel. Okay. Okay.
Those was actually
Nate.
from his scalp.
So you
Okay.
used to have locks before.
So you used to have locks and you cut
off.
them.
Yeah.
Okay. You had beautiful
Why?
hair.
Why did you cut
It
them?
was alright.
Damn. I really like you had a lot of hair.
Leon, we
Why have enemies? Why have enemies when you got friends?
Out here.
Why have enemies when you can have friends?
I cut him off real briefly. I cut him off because of this fact. It got to that point in life where you had to let go of some things. You know what I'm saying? Like hair for me, my hair is a spiritual thing. So I've been pretty much healing for the past 2 years, working on that. So like I felt like I got to a point where I was like, there's something else. I was like, it's the hair, because the hair was part of that journey that I'm trying to let go. Part
and
of it.
hair stores energy too.
Yeah.
It
It's your
definitely
antenna
does.
Yeah.
to the
So
higher
it's like-
power.
All the negativity that was going on or what I felt about myself was stored in there too. I grew to love him, but it's time to let it go. So cut him off. I'm growing back. Don't worry.
Oh yeah, but that had to be like a symbolic thing above all else. Like now you have all the weight of that hair off of you.
Yeah, I feel a lot of times, like recently I was told I look more vibrant. I look more like,
You're not weighed down.
yeah.
No,
so
I
it's
can
pretty
relate.
You feel free.
cool. For real? You
Yeah,
cut your
I
hair
cut
off?
my hair in 2020.
Fire.
Like, granted, I was just like, I just want something new,
For sure.
but like,
But it still comes
it
with
was
that-
part
it
of my
comes with
journey
that,
as
yeah.
well. Like, I had to like take a step back and like just reevaluate a lot of things about myself, my behaviors and stuff. You remember that?
You did.
No, but it really is like
I said you did that.
you stepping into a
cut
new
your-
you for real.
Yeah.
That's what it really is, and that's fire. That's
And I've
beautiful.
never felt more like myself until I did that.
And there you go.
That's true.
Because at that point, once you realize you're censored even more just by doing that, it's kind of like, it's not, my appearance doesn't shape me. You know what I'm saying? It's the mindset. Once you really, that configures in your mind, it's over.
100%.
with
That's
that,
your true
'cause that's what I did
superpower.
too.
But back to the question, y'all be body shaming, man.
Excuse me. Okay.
She cut it all off.
All right.
Nah, I'm playing. I'm sorry.
And we back.
Nah, Symphony, you know what's crazy? I would like to say, hold on. I like to say,
And we're back.
Symphony, what are your thoughts?
Aw.
Oh, that's sweet of you.
Yeah.
Well,
What?
before you start, your hair looks lovely today.
Aw.
I like this.
Thank
Look at y'all. Hold
you.
on. That was sweet, gentlemen.
Oh, look at this. Giving compliments on this side.
Right.
Left, right,
This
in.
is great.
Senna.
Hospitality. But no, I said when I cut my hair it's for the same reason.
When did you cut
because-
your hair?
Ooh, was it 2016? 2016, 2017. because I didn't want to be attached to it just in case anything bad were to happen, like for her to get cancer, because that runs in my family. So I didn't want that to be like if I start to ever lose my hair, I don't want to have like an attachment to it. So.
If you ever got cancer, first of all,
God forbid.
Or even like
My grandmother
alopecia.
had cancer.
Yeah.
But
it
you-
runs in the family.
It's
It's
hereditary.
But I
genetic.
understand her. I understand her mindset behind
You
it.
have to think about.
Yeah.
I get it. But when you say if I start losing my hair, I just say like,
Alopecia.
Well, none of alopecia,
Well, whatever.
chemotherapy. That's
No,
what-
she's
You ain't
saying
shit.
instead of saying cancer, say
You ain't
something
shit.
else that isn't so harsh or
I know.
dramatic.
attachment for me.
Yeah,
My
that's
grandmother-
her. That's your story.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
But that was so scripted and full of shit.
That's
I gotta send you a
honestly-
video about that today. I seen one on
What
my
you
break.
see?
That shit was hilarious.
That it was
What?
fake.
That it was fake.
It was fake.
I feel like it was definitely
was
staged.
it?
When you look at the cut scenes from when he like said it and then he walked on stage, too planned. And also at the same time too, like, I mean, this is my personal opinion.
Right.
I feel like the relationship between Will and Jada was always like tumultuous in its own sense.
absolutely.
I don't know what resides in a relationship. That's not my business. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But at the same time,
They made it our business.
You
Red
can-
Table Talk.
it was for real, and with celebrities, like you see, like the nuances, the body language, you see that. You know what I'm saying? You can fake it as much as possible, but when you're really not feeling something,
Yeah.
you're really not.
She not
something.
feeling him.
It's microaggressions.
I'm not even.
She ain't been feeling him.
I'm not even gonna say
was
like she
hurt.
still had the letter for Tupac. I'm not even talking about that.
Oh, we not
because
even-
at the end
well,
of the day,
nah, we not
some
even
people
talking about
hold
that.
on to sentimental value.
Yeah, especially if that was somebody that was such an instrumental person
And
in your life.
You know what I'm saying? So at that point, I get it, but it's like when you look at certain interviews, or like how they were in front of you with the camera, something really ain't click. You know what I mean?
I agree. Okay, so we're talking about Will Smith and Jada in case y'all didn't catch what was happening.
Transition.
Because there was a little one-on-one here and then it came in. Leon, speak because you hardly talking.
You
To
know, yo, I
even know
cannot.
I don't know what am I talking about right now.
Okay, so I'm gonna go.
But we talking about the body shaming. And you talking about Will and Jada.
Yeah, well, we jumping around.
We jumping around.
Jump in.
Yeah, let's get some structure.
Structure.
Jada connects to the body shaming too a little bit. Because,
Okay, talk to me. Talk to
I
me.
would say
Perspective.
just about her alopecia, how you can't talk about her losing her hair. And it was like a whole thing against that. But then if a guy's losing his hair and he's balding,
Yeah, hairline,
oh, it's
LeBron.
over. You're getting all the jokes. You're
Yeah.
getting all the jokes.
Yeah, that's a fact. Kawhi hair never done. Everybody always making fun of him. Jim Jones braids never done. We always making fun of him. I guess you're right. That's similar. It's similar.
And that's funny because that's one of the points that I made. So it's more normal for women to ask up to their parents in terms of like, okay, if she's balding or whatever, you can wear a wig, or she has hair issues and stuff like that, she wears a wig. You get your braids done a certain way so you can hide the bald spots, stuff like that. Men, you kind of just like we're supposed to age like milk in a sense. Like
Naturally.
you're supposed to
Naturally.
accept how you are. Let it go. So if you're losing your hair at 40, all right, cool. You just gonna be bald, my dude, and you just gotta live bald for the rest of your life. And dudes, sometimes dudes have like their little midlife crisis about that, but for the most part, dudes they lose their hair like
You just get more money and it's fine.
I mean,
Sometimes not that.
Well, no, I feel like that's what a lot of men think is instead of going out there to change their appearance, they just think if I make more money, I'm going to be more attractive to women.
that's a point. But I wouldn't even tie it to that because there's a lot of like I know a lot of dudes. Like I do the modeling thing on the side sometimes. I know a lot of dudes are just like, yo, I just shaved my shit off one day. I'm just like, and this is my look now, and they had nothing to do with their pockets, no nothing. It was just like,
Well, no, what I meant in general is that women put more into our appearance because if we don't look good, that's essentially our currency. But if a man, if he doesn't necessarily have like what looks good, like the good features for a man to have at the time, but he has money, chances are the majority of women are still going to be an option for him. That's what I meant in that instance. But I
feel
completely
that.
understand what you're saying.
and that's a valid point.
Not saying that's us, but I'm just saying that's a lot of women in general, unfortunately.
It might be me. No, I'm joking.
She like, don't box me in.
Yeah, I'm joking. No, I'm like the oddball on our podcast. I just have to put that out there. Like,
I think you're the only one that thinks you're the oddball.
No, I am.
but Okay.
I am. I actually think
Okay.
it's funny because I was rewatching the episode we did last week, the live we did, right? I'm just gonna, stir the pot a little bit or whatever. And in the episode, everyone's talking about, as a woman, if I'm too emotional, I want a man to do this.
I'm
and I
so
want a man
sorry,
to do
Zena.
that,
Can we
blah,
finish
blah,
out one of the topics we were just on first before we go to
are.
our live?
I want you.
Did I cut you off? Were you about to segue? I'm sorry.
I'm like, first of all, y'all haven't had structure since y'all begun, so I don't understand.
Who's
See,
y'all?
here we
Are
go.
you not a part of
We.
Oh my God, what is
Hold on.
happening?
We went from
Tina just said we bridging the gap. We bridging the gap.
Right?
Remember?
So where are we going
bridging
now?
the gap. That's why I was trying to figure that out before we go to the HT
It's the
live.
separation that we was talking about before between black and Caribbean.
I don't know about y'all, but me, like, crazy.
If it's someone who's going to stay on track, it's me. It's me. You can ask Wolf. All I'm saying is we went from body shaming to men's appearance to Will and Jada. So where we going next?
The topic was
You
body
could tell
shaming
Yeah,
the
and
so
chemistry is
parents.
very
it became
fire.
it started. She segued to body shaming. Yeah, we actually
So where we
circled
going
that
next?
back around.
Is the question.
Right. So that's what I meant. Is let's
I
finish
didn't know
out
where you
one
was
of
going,
those.
so I thought that was the route you was going.
Wolf, you have 4 cameras running?
Can we label this episode
This is a
chaotic?
lot. Yeah.
I didn't think it was gonna be like this.
So how about you continue saying what the point that you were making about
I mean, with that,
I cannot, Leah. I cannot. I'm so sorry,
with that
Leon.
point, that's kind of done. But I also wanted to bring
Okay.
up
I thought.
a different scenario. Same topic, different scenario.
Okay.
So, a while back, I saw a video of Magic Barber, whatever. You go on
Yeah.
those barbers that be doing the most, and they be giving the 4-year-olds the shit. They make it look like you got a 5 o'clock shadow. Yeah, so
4-year-old.
You know what I'm talking about.
It's bad for them kids.
They be
No,
wildin'.
to the kids.
Bro, them sons be like, yo, I just wanted a fucking fade, man. Like, I wanted a mohawk.
Yeah, and they be getting all the extra stuff. But yeah, I'm saying barbers is like they know how to do like install units and whatever.
Yeah.
So there was a masculine presenting woman in the chair.
A masculine presenting woman.
I don't even know if that's an accurate way to put it. I
I
apologize if it's wrong. Like, I'm really trying to.
Is it bad to say a woman with masculine features?
I was gonna say maybe a woman with strong features.
Not even that. Like, okay, I'm gonna just keep it. It was a dyke in the chair.
Okay.
There we go.
Honestly, yeah, we could have just said
because
that.
I'm trying to
We
like.
know now the point of reference.
Yeah,
Now
it
we
was a
know
dyke
what
in the
you're
chair.
talking about.
So it's a masculine presenting person in the chair.
Okay.
And clearly, if you don't
That was
like
non-binary.
most of the time with your born gender, if it's woman, you don't have the
Right.
so they decided to go in that chair and get the install unit. You know what I mean? So they look
Okay.
more masculine.
Okay. That's like young M.A. walking in somewhere talking about, let me get the.
Yeah.
Okay.
Instead of taking hormones.
I mean, that's all up to your choice. I'm pretty sure that's cheaper than a hormone treatment. I'm pretty
Way
sure.
cheaper. So you saw this online or you saw this in person?
I just saw this on Facebook, like scrolling down. like,
Okay. Now, would that be considered like, because she's technically a woman?
Is that body shit?
I'm not touching that.
Like, I don't know. Like, does that?
I'm just saying, like,
Oh, shit. I don't know if I just
'cause
got
I'm
myself
saying
in trouble.
It's
Whoops.
okay. Like people weren't.
I ain't mean that. I take it
people weren't
back. If-
outraged at that. But like on the same vein, if it's a dude that just can't grow a beard and he
Yeah.
do that, everybody lose their mind.
Yeah. It's
That's
true.
a good ass point. That's a good
We
fucking
call it the struggle
point.
beard if they can't do
That's
it.
a
No.
You know what
good
I'm saying? If your shit don't
point.
connect,
Do it.
Shorty said if your shit don't connect, then we don't
Wow.
connect.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I
wow.
saw this too. I saw that.
Oh, my God.
Accurate.
I wish we weren't like this, but.
That's a great point.
I'm saying, man.
What's
So-
something?
Some men can't even.
And they be trying too. because
Oh no, I was just saying.
She just had to look
can't
another way,
always, Some men don't. Their hairlines aren't always like the sharpest, and we judge them based off of that as well. Meanwhile, some of our edges are lost and gone.
Yeah.
Mine.
They dead and gone, dead and gone. Yeah, yeah.
You gotta pencil them in. Everything.
Right.
The whole,
I know. We have like it's to the point where us women we got like tattooed on
Oh yeah.
baby hairs, but we look at men crazy if they start wanting to take care of their skin. Like start wanting to like. I remember. I'm not gonna hold you. I heard for the first time A-Rod, Aaron Rodriguez. What's his name? Rodriguez. I found out he was starting a male makeup line.
Yes, I
Wow.
remember this.
Nah,
What was
yeah.
your
know about
reaction?
that.
Honestly, I'm gonna keep it real. I've been to South Korea when I was like 22, and they're like one of the biggest countries for male cosmetic surgery, also male makeup. Their male makeup industry is wild. If you watch any K-pop shows, any K-pop music videos, you'll know why. But so it wasn't like that off to me. Hearing him start a line like this in America, in the States, that was a little like what? But honestly, with all of these fake beards and everything happening, why not? Usher wears makeup.
There's a niche.
My makeup artist back in the day told me that she just came from doing Usher's makeup, and she told me that she had to make up his 5 o'clock shadow. So she did it with makeup.
Do you wear makeup when you model?
Sometimes
They touch you up.
Sometimes, yeah.
If you're like a news anchor or someone that's in the media,
Right.
TV, TV
Trevor Noah be flawless. You see
they
him?
wear makeup.
Y'all, I'm about to
powder.
bring makeup next time. Touch y'all up.
What's your fancy shade?
Make sure.
What's your fancy shade?
I guess the better question is,
He's giving
would
me a
you
5,
wear makeup?
70 shade.
I mean, like she just asked.
Not contractually, not for a modeling gig, but would you wear makeup? Or let's say you wanted a beard tomorrow, and not saying that you can't personally, Nate can't grow one, but let's say you just wanted one tomorrow just for a switch up. Would you wear one?
No. Personally, because like it ain't me.
Okay.
I mean, like it's naturally not me as a person. Like if I can't grow a beard, then that's it. Like I'm
Yeah.
not growing no beard. Like
You clearly
not
not
gonna-
tied to your hair. You clearly not tied to hair.
I'm tied to my head, but it can't weigh me down. You know what I'm saying? So like at the same time, I don't want to have to be in a position where I'm like. But obviously, if I don't like myself, I feel okay. To be honest with me, I feel like if you're doing like if you're doing like a lace beard for a man, like, or like just hair, part of you can't accept the reality or like just the truth about it, and it's like. Fine, guaranteed, do what you want to do. If you want to cover it up, if you want to like, add something different, do it. That's your thing, you do it. But personally for me, I can't live like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I can't grow a beard, I can't grow a beard, you know what I'm saying? But I'm definitely going to enhance whatever I personally got going on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that at the end of the day, that's self-love. It's really about just loving what you got and who you are, as opposed to like trying to perpetuate for other people what you are, for the sake of saving face of like, okay, I feel safer with putting like a fur ball on my face, you know what I'm saying? Like that's not. I'm not saying that to be degrading. Or
Nah,
like,
of
be
course.
Like, yo, whoever does, I'm just.
It really is.
For me, it's just I can't do it.
So do you feel the same about women?
I was
Who
gonna- I
like
was
wear
wondering
wigs?
that.
Yes, I think that was in all our brains.
Yeah.
So do you feel like women that wear makeup there's something obviously that
No,
they're not happy
Be
with themselves?
honest.
Not
It's
be
a-
honest.
I
Yeah,
do,
be
no, I'll be
honest.
honest with you. It's a
Wigs,
double standard.
Yeah, all
And
of
like
it.
everything.
It's a double standard. I feel like because I grew up, so I grew up with three women in my household. So like I'm kind of like pretty much not say well versed, but I'm versed in the sense of like how you guys get ready, how you guys want to present yourselves. You know what I'm saying? And not necessarily for other people, but for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, each individually, each three of you know what makes you look good. You know what I'm saying? What to apply, what I guess shade or toner, what
Go ahead
you
with
know
your
what I'm
knowledge.
saying? Like whatever. No, but seriously, like what type of lipstick shade matches with your
Yeah.
skin tone, things like that. And it's like, I bet, like, I get it, I'm not gonna knock it, because as a man, all I can do is love it. You wanna enhance it, you wanna add something to yourself that you already got going on, bet, do your thing. You know what I mean? That's just more so like I can't personally be like, no, I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause at the end of the day, I will add.
So
I will
I got a
add.
question.
Wait, hold on. He will
Last
add.
thing. Now,
I got
real
one
quick,
too.
Maybe he about to answer
Real
it. That's
quick,
the only
real
reason
quick,
why.
real quick.
Okay.
Just a little bit. If you just look like an entirely different person, nah, I can't. fuck
Okay,
with
because that's
you.
what I was
the
about to get
question.
into.
That's what I knew. That's
a lot of them
Yes,
videos
please.
been popping
Yes.
up on my reels.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's a
And
difference
it's just
in
like
hands.
you could go from this to looking
You
like
from that?
Beyonce over here.
It's like-
she don't even look like this in person. And like your regular does not look
Talk
like
about it.
You a whole
different
shade
skin
different.
tone. Yes.
It's a
Bro,
whole
it's
different
like-
skin
you know what
tone.
I'm saying? Like your neck don't match your face.
Yeah.
And when that flash hit, it looked crazy.
Yo.
Having the worst attitudes.
Yo.
How you feel this highly about yourself, but you don't even. This is not even you.
Hell.
And that, and, you know,
I
Mic
seen
drop.
women change
Mic
ethnicities
drop.
with
and
makeup.
that makes it worse.
Shit is
If you're
crazy.
ugly so
I'm
bro.
dead ass.
You just don't like yourself. Like there's something deeply rooted.
Yeah.
To change into a whole new being, there is something wrong.
There's something there.
Psychological.
I won't say it because I'm a man.
I'm about to say it's so different here.
You can say it.
Like admit it. It's like, wow, I've never heard this before.
They've been waiting.
No, trust me, I know. Even when I wear wigs, I feel like there's an alter ego sometimes,
Yeah,
depending on what
there
wig it
definitely is.
What?
No.
I go from Xena to Britney, and if you know, you know who Britney
my
is.
God.
I'm
But,
Janet
like,
today,
I
y'all.
feel that.
Real life.
I feel that.
Real life.
Call me
my
Janet.
friends know, like back in what was it, like 2018 when I first got my contacts, glasses, Leon. Contacts in is Lex.
I thought you meant.
Everybody
Hey,
know.
yo, bro.
About to be
Let me
like,
tell you
oh,
something. Like, not to even climb, but like, there's a stark difference, and it's
Yeah.
like, damn.
Yeah.
It's like Steve Urkel and Stefan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Stephanie, though. Stephanie can relate.
Oh, we loved Stefan.
that's-
I like them both,
Yeah,
honestly.
1,000%.
Steve Urkel was charming.
I need contacts.
Oh,
I just don't want to touch my eyes. But
so I got a
No,
question.
I feel ya.
I got a question for y'all. Like in this, because y'all asked, y'all been very proactive with us. Like, do you feel like if in a situation, do you feel like some women, because I can't generalize it, for real, do you feel like some women body shame men in that sense, in that regard, in terms of like, oh, you got a fake beard, or like you trying to cover up, and then
100%.
also
Absolutely.
the second question is, have you personally caught yourself, or like not even caught yourself, but more so having a moment where you're like, I don't know, boo boo, I don't know about that one.
like a bad toupee. I've never seen a lace front beard before, but maybe like a bad toupee. I definitely had like okay, this is noticeable.
Okay.
All right. And like I have a problem with staring, but I like to stare at like boobs and booty and stuff. So if I see something off, it's just like, you keep glancing at it, you look away, glance at it.
Let's take another glance.
I can't help it. But then after that, I don't know. I don't think of the person any differently. It's just interesting to see.
For sure.
I don't know if it's okay. I might have looked at Lil Durk a little differently when he came out with them extension locks. I was like, sir.
Oh, wait a minute.
Sir. Oh, I know guys might not have caught on to this, but us women, we caught on because one day he came out, and I'm not going to hold you. Like, I went down the whole Jay-Z wearing hairpiece rabbit hole too. Like,
Wait, what?
yes,
Yeah, wait,
yes.
what? Wait,
what?
Yep.
With the Basquiat?
Yep. With the
Starcourt
Basquiat hair, it's a lot of added ends, extensions, if you will.
I gotta fact check that.
I gotta fact check that.
Yeah, I ain't gonna
I
lie.
don't know.
I mean, I
how
don't got
feel
the
about
facts.
that.
I
I
just
feel like he
got
was
the-
growing that shit for a minute.
I'm like, I'm fucking with the
I
look
gotta
and all
fact check
that.
that.
Okay. I'll send y'all the links because I went
That man
down
got
the
millions in
TikTok
the bank.
rabbit
If
hole.
you want to throw a piece on, you can throw a piece on.
Yeah.
You telling me that
let
one of
her
the
be
most
like that.
you telling me that one of the most rich men in this country that has probably the more resources than any other man in the industry can't get the style that he wants without having to mess with his actual natural hair.
No, I feel that.
Yeah, because you have to understand. Also, putting all that pressure on his hair because it's styled constantly, but that takes a lot to do. This is somebody that
Make it look
is a
real.
busy to make it look real. I'm not mad at it. At the end of the day, as long as something looks good, I'm not mad at it. My boyfriend has tattoos, and I remember, and he has tattoos everywhere. Like he has tattoos in place of hair. Think like Travis Barker, but black.
Oh, okay.
So so
That's
it's like basically a lot of people were asking me, not a lot of people, one person asked me this, and they were like, if he didn't have all these tattoos, would you like him? And I remember thinking what? Of course I would.
Because you're tatted up all over your body.
Right.
So
I'm like, is that, I don't know. Yeah. And then I also saw him with hair, and because he cuts his hair because he wants his tattoos to show. So he can grow hair, and he had the pictures that I saw of him before he started cutting his hair, where his hair was similar to yours, and he had made a comment would you like me? He was like, would you like me to grow this back or something like that, or he was trying to gauge because he knows that I like certain things on him. He was trying to gauge what I like, and it was almost like he had a little bit of an insecurity about the fact that he didn't have this hair. Because it was something that was so he needed to make sure, and let me just cut this short. He needed to make sure that I was okay with him not having hair.
does
because
your
it's
change
such
who
a-
he is as a person?
No, of course not. But women don't care about who they are as a person sometimes. Let's be honest.
I think maybe he just wants to make her happy in that sense. You know
That's
what I'm saying? Because
interesting.
when you know, when you know what your shorty like, you know what I'm saying, based on what she says or what she looks at, you kind of like, yo, what do you prefer? Because at the end of the day, if I'm with a woman, if I have a woman, I'm only here on this planet to please you. You know what I'm saying? Your happiness, for real. So at that point, I want to make sure. Not to say I'll change for you, but in the sense of
My opinion matters.
Your opinion matters more than any woman on this planet at this point. For
Oh, you better.
You're
Yeah,
right.
say it again.
Because if I had a boyfriend, I would have asked him. I would have told him when I was cutting my hair, rather
Okay.
than just.
That's
do
what
it.
I was about
fair.
to ask. That's the
That's
point I was about
fair.
to bring up.
But I
That's
think
the
you
point I
should.
was about to bring
Go
up.
ahead. Yeah.
So you see how you said he gauged it.
Yeah, he did.
I know many men in here have witnessed a situation with another man, or if you've been in that situation yourself, the dude, not to say he likes, for lack of a better way of putting it, he likes his girlfriend's hair a certain way. And he got mad when she changed it. Because his reasoning was she didn't check with him.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
On the flip side, you see how that reaction is? On the flip side,
You said.
on the flip side,
I wasn't even done.
homeboy gauged her response before he did anything. And that was appreciated, I'm sure.
Yeah, of course.
What's the difference?
See, I was just gonna say,
I
I'm
don't
not
think that there is
asking
one.
for permission. I'm going to tell you what I'm doing, so I don't show up as a new person. Like I feel like asking for permission about what I do with my personal aesthetic. I don't care if I'm in a 10-year relationship, if I'm in a 2-month relationship. It's just not what's happening. Like you will know, so that you will know. Okay, I'm expecting this, right? But for me to be like, babe, can I cut my hair? How would you? No.
Crazy to ask it.
I didn't say
Like,
ask.
no.
I'm saying he gauged it.
Yeah, he gauged
Yeah, I mean,
to see what
to
I
me,
like,
me
what I
telling you
prefer.
what I'm doing is me gauging it. Like, so I've been thinking about cutting my hair. I wasn't done as usual. I've been thinking about cutting my hair for some time now, and I really feel like I'm in a stage in my life where this is what I really want to do, you know? And I know you met me like this, and she can always come back, but this is how I feel right now. So in a week, it's happening, and that's my gauge. Then again, I'm single, so I ain't gotta do anything of that.
What if he said he doesn't want that though?
That's his problem. Go find someone who does.
You think it'll really go?
Nothing.
Like
Not
Not joking. Not joking. No,
I was just about to ask
I
that.
mean, I would ask him like, why? Like, I don't know. When it comes to me cutting my hair personally, all right. Honestly, I cut my hair and I was still wearing wigs. I was still like, as soon as the hair grew 2 inches, there were braids in it,
Yeah.
right? So I just cut the hair out of, like I said, it was part of my journey. But also, I was purely lazy. Like, it was hot. It was July 3rd, 2020.
Handling hair at
This
that
hair gonna
time
get
of
cut.
year, that
Right,
shit
you got to go.
Fucking annoying.
Yeah. So,
of
I mean,
And we can bring that full
Bro, like-
circle because
Oh,
even if she cuts her hair, she can still get a wig and be 24-inch mommy.
you're right.
We cut our hair. We can't put our extra stuff in.
no, you making points,
I ain't gonna
sir.
lie, bro.
But I feel like as
they're
your
here.
partner,
I've seen a couple. Go ahead. My fault.
it's your job and my job to like uplift you and like be like, babe, it looks great, even if I don't like it. Like,
Whoa,
You see,
whoa,
I don't
no,
want that.
don't
I'ma be
lie.
honest.
Hold on.
I
I
don't-
I'm with you.
wasn't done. See, you
Please
guys jump
don't
down
lie.
before I'm even done.
But you said like as if like I'm a blindly support you.
That's
like,
no-
I don't
And
know
we
that.
know-
Let her finish. Let her finish. Let her finish. Let her finish. Let her get her
But that's
point
the
out.
problem. When I don't get to finish, you get to interpret it however you want to. So yeah, let me finish, and then maybe you can draw an inference.
I'm
after
sorry.
done
Go ahead,
speaking, and that's for the entire platform.
Okay.
Like I was saying, like I want you to feel good about the because y'all all were like, and I'm like, whoa.
Let's just say it.
I feel like I'm
Please.
in a cage right now. I want you to be confident about the decision you made. So it's like, if you like it, I'm happy you like it. I may not love it, but if you feel good about this, maybe it will grow on me. Like it's your job to instill
Embrace it
confidence and
build
yeah,
it, yeah.
build your partner up. Like I don't want to be with someone's going to build me down because my hair is not what you
I think the
You gotta
only
go.
distinct
Yeah,
was is
that's
that
what it is.
he was asking me, I guess, like what I liked. So in this case, I would prefer the honesty. So in your case, I understand completely. It's like, oh, I just got this done. Now I need you to support me 100%. And I guess the other instance where we were talking about like you were kind of gauging with your partner, like what they prefer. And if I'm telling you what I prefer and then you still do this, then you can't expect me to just blindly support your decision because you did ask me and I did tell you I will support it. However, I'm not gonna lie to you and tell you I like it, which I also don't want personally. So no, I completely understand what you're saying.
We here with it. We here with
Yeah,
it.
I see. I feel both. Yeah.
we here. They're there.
Now y'all there.
Now,
Now y'all there. Heard.
I can't, Leon.
I would say my experience was super supportive. Like he was more so trying to get me out of my head because I was super attached to my hair. So I'm like, oh my god, what if my head looks crazy underneath all this hair? Like I had a bunch of thoughts.
That's a real
going on.
fear.
And then he was just like, all right, it's gonna grow back. He's like, at least your hair can grow back because his can't. So he's just like,
Oh, his hand.
perspective. Like, come on.
Yeah,
now.
like come on now, like you got the chance.
Yes, exactly.
Not you got a chance.
You got a chance.
Listen, out of both of us, your prospects are looking good.
I'll take your hand.
You know what I'm saying?
Whoa, the hair.
Oh, it's coming back. It's coming
Yeah,
back.
it is.
It's like I.
Nah, yeah, it is. Leon keeping an eye.
But my brother, when I cut my hair, he was like, okay, like his girl could never do that. Never could do that, but he doesn't like
It's
short
different.
hair because I had like a short fade, like it was short. So he was just like, yeah, no, like so and so could never do this. Like, nah.
Oh, he was like,
he
nah, I ain't
he
with it.
doesn't like short hair on his woman.
Why not?
I don't know.
Did he ever see her with short hair?
That shit's sexy.
It might be
Right?
pulling
To have
it,
a whole
I don't
face that could
know.
pull off like
Pull
a
off
short
a short
haircut,
You
like
you can't pull
Right.
short hair in the bedroom.
that's. Yes, you,
You
can.
could
You can
definitely
pull
hold on. You
baby
could
girl,
definitely
you can
palm
pull
that
anything,
motherfucker.
Okay.
I
You
don't
could
have no
palm
hair,
that
though.
You can
motherfucker.
pull
saying.
anything.
You could palm
That's
that.
his fault if he don't got the grip.
You could palm it.
Right.
If he don't got the grip, that's his
Okay,
fault.
if you can't palm it, you
Kobe?
could definitely grab the. You know what? Whatever. It's
Yes,
not the
you
type
could
of podcast.
I feel like
I'm
if,
saying, yeah, you right.
I feel like if
Grab
you're
that
type
so
of podcast.
tied, if you're so
Bro, if
tied to
you-
just hair pulling during sex, then you need to try
Bro,
some new
if
things
you-
out
if you-
anyway.
if you hit it
in
from
my
the-
opinion,
If you hitting it from the
I
back,
don't know how sex with
and you
short hair.
can't palm
just gotta get
hair, like, you
creative.
can't grab hair.
Great.
You can definitely grab the whatever.
What? No, you could
Grab
grab
the
the what?
titties, the throat. He said the throat.
I know.
That's what he said.
The throat.
That's what I was saying.
So I was just about to say, if there's one woman that you ask, you want me to pull your hair or choke you, they probably gonna go for the little
Both
wrap
of 'em.
around. Nah, don't pull my hair and choke me at the same time because then my neck just gonna start hurting. It's a
I feel
lot.
like
That's
just a lot
yeah,
going
it's a
on.
lot
with that
happening.
Caress my
But
head.
Zena freaky. She like I want it
my
all.
throat to
Once
be caressed.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie,
No,
that
she
shit
like
is
recoil my
fire.
twists while
That
you
shit is
inside
fire,
me.
bro. You ever
gon-
choke a shorty and like you be massaging her scalp, so she's in the place of like, what the fuck?
It's pure ecstasy.
What the fuck?
Nah, I've never had
Because
a
you want to
massage
take a
scalp
nap
during
when
sex.
your when
to be
your head is
honest.
being massaged. It's nap time,
It's
right?
nap time. That's
Write that
Now
one down.
imagine like
That's a fact,
you
though.
having sex. That shit is crazy.
I ain't never had no head rub during a sex.
Damn, who y'all
Try
fucking?
that.
Because this the
Cause
massage
he rubbing
therapist over
everything
here.
else, not my head. Damn, I mean my
I would
head
like to
good.
say I'm not licensed, nor am I. You know what I'm saying? I just know what to do because I studied it on a personal note.
You don't have to disclaim everything. And
Hold on,
honestly,
when you say
though,
you studied on a
you
personal
gotta
note,
disclaim everything. These people got issues because
No, because like
ask Zena, she don't disclaim nothing.
Our first couple
Get it.
episodes, we weren't. I would say not even we. Personally, me, I wasn't really mindful of what I would say in a sense. Like I would just be talking a lot of times, but at the same time, it's like, I want to say that because before people be coming to me like, "Hey, you gotta," relax, like And I'm not even saying that, like, yo, I got people asking me, but just like, yo, I just know from what personal interest. You know what I'm saying? This is all just personal interest. Mental health, personal interest. Massage therapy for me, personal interest. Modeling for him, personal interest. It's just things that we know because we take care and like attention to what we are interested in. So that's why we always do like.
that's why you disclaim. Got it. Understood.
Like,
But you should
you
try.
are
fuck me because I
massage-
listen to
you
you.
are person-
I ain't, hey man.
Take
You
that
should
up
try
with your
that.
boy.
If you haven't experienced the massage scalp with the with the pipe, you should try that.
You should.
I suggest that. you know
I
what
just
I-
yeah, I mean,
I mean,
second
okay, I won't say I suggest that, but like
I guess like the hair pulling sometimes naturally turns into like a little scalp. You know,
I feel
but
like maybe
ain't
the
never had
aftercare, the aftercare definitely.
Oh,
does.
100%.
no.
You can't. Yeah, like my whole head, everything gets rubbed down. But yeah, I've never had like a head massage.
I'm
Me.
like, how are you doing this?
You want me to explain?
This nigga's creative.
Break it down for us.
I feel like Nate was waiting all episode for this. But
Not
yes.
even. We had
We
a
need-
whole different types of topics.
Oh, you're right. Let's but yeah, I need a little.
Like
explanation.
imagine like it's missionary, right?
Oh.
And at the same time, like you looking into your eyes and shit, and like you just have your hands cupped.
Okay.
And you just
Oh, that's
really
that's.
just, you know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
oh. So then I have to be guilty
you
of
can
this.
Oh.
What?
I have to be guilty.
What did you say?
I'm thinking like full blown head massage.
When you're giving it,
Nah.
Maybe
Okay, yeah.
that's-
So like when
but
I've been
not
given
fully.
head, like that's when I get. That's the only head massage I've ever gotten. Is like when you're like, yeah. And honestly, I don't even know if it was a massage or he was just trying to hold on for dear life. to be
Okay, well,
honest.
since we're here, can we just go into
shit-
what happens if your woman has a higher sex drive than you?
Oh,
and do women
let's
have
talk
higher
about
sex
it.
drives than men? Like, let's
Let's
just
talk
segue
about
into
it.
this, into the topic since we done ended up
here,
here.
Because
sex
we here.
time. We got into
question.
sex time.
Sexy time.
I've experienced something similar to that before.
You
What?
have?
What?
Yeah.
similar to-
Tell us.
So I'm weird in the sense where like my sex drive fluctuates. So like I could go on one end, I could not have sex for like weeks at a time, months at a time, and I'd be Gucci.
Yeah.
It might fluctuate to like every day, how many times a day, whatever. So I'm weird in that sense. And also like it depends on my day because I have other shit to do. I can flash back to college. Niggas is waking up at whatever time, going to the gym, going to class, lifting, cardio, study, library,
Regimented.
practice. After that, finally get to the library, get something to eat. And then when I get back to my room, Shorty hit me up like, yo, I ain't seen you all day. I'm trying to do it. I'm just like, yo, I got to go to sleep.
Yeah.
So I have a question. If you're in a relationship and you go through like I don't want to have sex for like 4 weeks, that's a month, and your girl is like, it's either you're fucking someone else, you're not attracted to me anymore, like what's happening? Like how do you maneuver through that situation?
All right, so you asking about the accusations itself or like how to fix the issue?
The issue itself. The
Alright, so
accusations is just a part of the...
Okay, so I'm gonna just touch on both. The accusations itself, honestly, anybody to get with me, you gonna know how I am already before, because that conversation is gonna come up.
Okay.
That's one. And then two, I'm not gonna just deny her for a fucking month. That just don't make no sense.
Do you find other ways to please her where it's like,
Oh yeah, of course.
I may not want to, pound it out,
Yeah.
but I'll give you some head. Just,
Oh, yeah.
just
Do you
so
make
can
more
get yours,
sacrifices
or-
when you're
I mean,
in
it's
a
not
relationship?
sacrifices. It's not really sacrifices because
Well, if you're not mentally in the right headspace. Well, like you said, you're busy. You have a lot of other things to do. You're putting your energy in other spaces. So when I say compromise, I mean like you're taking time away from those things that you know you have to do to please your woman. Are you more mindful of that in a relationship? Because the way you just said it kind of seemed very single, like you're single. Correct me if I'm wrong.
yeah, currently single.
Okay, yeah. So I think in a relationship, what Zena was asking is like you have to obviously, you can't go 4 weeks without pleasing your girl.
Oh yeah, of course.
Who? Where?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I think that's
I
what I
feel
was
that.
saying is like,
why?
would you make it a conscious effort to, are you making those sacrifices?
Not in a
Where?
relationship. No. Okay, disclaim. Like I can go a long time without having sex. So
Not in a
single, but in a
relationship, yeah,
relationship,
exactly.
or if I'm like actively dating someone, like no.
I was gonna say because also that kind of changes in a relationship because the presence of somebody's energy kind of like
Calms you.
will change
Yeah,
how will kind of change how I am.
Yeah.
You know what
okay.
I mean?
That makes sense.
But like you said, I'm not letting anybody go that amount of time without an orgasm or whatever. 'cause
Yeah.
She gonna go get it from someone else. That's just
Well, I mean, hopefully she's
that's
also
a
not
business.
doing that.
yeah, I ain't gonna lie. If
because-
we just ain't have sex in a week and you just like dip out on me, I'm like,
Whoa,
I didn't
a
say
I'm
week?
alright.
won.
I'm good on that.
you
are
said
not
you
the
said.
one.
I'm just saying like it,
She been for the streets. If y'all ain't fucking 1 week and she
Yeah, that's
ready
what
to
I'm saying,
go
like,
hop
I'm
with
good on it.
somebody else.
That's definitely
I'm ready.
doable.
Right. She said 7 days. Oh no, this the ring. Time's up.
Okay, so have you guys had women with a higher sex drive than you all, and how do you like?
Navigate that.
Yeah. No.
Never?
Ever?
Would you say you have a high sex drive?
Like how many times a day? How many times a week? How many times a month?
I feel like I definitely.
I was gonna say I
crazy.
avoided it.
It's crazy.
It's on you now. You good, bro?
Nah. This is a question for the pod.
This a question
Now this
for
is
the
a question
pod?
for Nathaniel.
Nah, I already talked about you. Good.
He said I already talked. No, we going to you next.
Sorry,
but
I
all
had to
right,
do it.
Nate.
Nathaniel.
Okay, now sorry. He told us Nate it is, so we got to respect that.
Please and thank you.
Okay, no problem, Nate.
I guess.
Sorry.
Oh,
Y'all not there no more.
We definitely.
that ended quick.
Let this man speak.
Hey, Nate, how high is your sex drive?
lie.
That's the
about to get a
question.
read.
Yo, Symphony man funny, bro. It was perfect. It was like a perfect time of like,
Her timing's everything.
nah.
She alright.
Damn.
I said I'm trolling everyone today.
That was aggressive.
I said you ain't give disclaimers.
I did warn y'all I was trolling everyone today. No one's safe. Not even myself.
How many times? You said how many times a day?
Like, how often do you need sex?
You have a
If
high
you have
sex
a
drive, so we just trying to.
A
gauge
day is kind of
what's-
crazy. I feel like I could do a week. I could do like about a week, but like
wait, what?
You can do
by
a week no sex.
No. I mean, yeah, I can actually.
Like, how many times a week must you have
That's what I'm
sex?
saying. Like, how many times a week? We could probably do like once, twice a day, every day.
In a relationship or not in a relationship?
Both.
Oh, so you just got accused. I'm so naive. I'm like, you just got people waiting? Like while you're single and have sex?
It doesn't like, so if I'm single, like real talk, like I have no reason to even like do that kind of thing because I ain't gonna lie, like Leon said, like when you have like a schedule for yourself, like I try to wake up, go to the gym in the morning. I gotta work from like 9 to 5, and then like I go home, try to work on some music or like study or anything else. When you do the priorities first, by the time it gets to the leisure, it's kind of like I don't even got the time. I'm
You don't have
tired.
the energy for it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if I have a partner, obviously it's a way more like importance in the sense
Priority.
of priority. Like, yo, I want to cater to you in that regard.
Yeah.
I'm single. It's like, yo, I'll get to that another time. But there's another day, another time for that. You know what I'm saying? Unless like, I guess if I would have like some hoes, I guess in that regard, in that regard, or like
I guess.
Strong
Trying to be
if-
all
if-
hot.
I guess.
no, because let's
I
talk
got
about
some hoes.
not everybody has the same sex drive as you, because that's also
course.
part of the conversation.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, if they don't have the same high sex drive, it's kind of like, all right, I could speculate like, oh, she probably fucking somebody else.
Yeah.
That's really not my concern. You're not my woman. I don't care. You know what I
mean,
mean? Let's do what you do.
there's
I
that
really
too.
don't give a
I
shit.
feel like the living situation plays a big part in that.
If you live together?
Yeah, if you live
Yeah.
together, it's like it's no way. Like for my situation, it was a while back. When I was in school.
Oh, there's way. It happens.
You know what I'm saying? I was in school and we lived in the same building. So,
Okay.
and my roommates knew her, so like she could come to the room kind of.
Yeah, you have free.
So it's like it's like we lived together. So there was not many ways where I don't want to say dodge it because I wasn't dodging her, but there wasn't
Right.
many times where I could just like not.
What is happening?
not show up.
Yeah.
I feel you. Honestly, I think Wolf said something last week on our last episode that was really, I think that rings true for us, is that men prioritize sex too much. And what we mean by that is like a lot of men. Okay. Don't look at me. Look over there. It's like he said, no, I'm just kidding.
TV.
Look at the camera. Show the camera that
watch
face.
Me watch
I'm just
TV.
kidding. Don't watch me. Watch TV.
Sip, 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 and she ready.
I could do it too. No, but I think what I've had to learn as I got older was that men actually, men, like grown men, they don't prioritize sex as much. And so what happens is when everyday life comes in the way and they have real problems, when I say real problems, I mean outside problems, things that aren't necessarily between him and I. But when the real world sets in and he has to take care of those problems, I've noticed that men, as I've gotten older, obviously, men aren't always there sexually. And I talked about this a little bit, but for me personally, like that is my escape from all of the shit that I got to deal with every day, all day long, everything that I have to do. If we can just connect, if we could be right here present in this moment, completely encompassed in each other, that is all I want. Completely encompassed. No, I'm just kidding. I had to go back that. Anyway,
We got it. The first no pun intended.
clink clink.
I mean, safe with. Oh, clink. Not me. Couldn't be me.
That's for me at least. I can speak for me, but I think a lot of women are like this, where we do get our distraction almost from sex. So a lot of times when we're in relationships, we have a man that's dealing with his own things, his own issues, his own everyday life, his own turmoil that he has to get through and problem solve. And then we're dealing with our own shit, but we just don't handle them the same. So we want to have sex. Meanwhile, they can't because it's not there right now, which is completely understandable. I'm not trying to get on anybody. I'm just saying that that's, in my experience, that seems to be the issue. Correct me if I'm wrong, ladies. Don't let me speak for myself and not the crew.
No, I think that's my case now. Like before, I wasn't really so head over heels over sex because I went so long without doing it
Same.
when I was younger until I was like 19, 20. So then
Which one is it? You always say 19, 20. Is it 19 or is it 20?
It's one of them. It's one of them.
Yeah, I don't really remember.
It's a blur. It's a blur.
I am here today.
I don't remember exactly.
It's one of them though.
The sex must have been good because they don't let her forget the age and
wasn't.
shit. Oh,
It was okay. It didn't hurt though, so I can't complain because
We grown now, boo.
First time stories. Mine was once it went good. It was
He had a micro
smooth
penis.
sailing. He did not have a micropenis.
See what we talk about?
Body shaming.
Like,
body shaming.
We brought that up on our episode.
did.
That's why I'm
I'm just
asking. So it was funny.
Micro penis.
Oh my god! But like now that my boyfriend's working so much, like it switched a little bit. So when I want to do it, he's just tired.
Yeah.
And like I can't exactly pressure him. I could do certain things, I could help him out in certain areas.
Yeah.
But sometimes he's just tired, and I get it because I was on the other side of that.
Sure.
And he had to work through a lot of that with me. So okay.
So he had to kind of convince her sex drive. I mean, teach you your sex drive.
I ain't got no boyfriend.
You say this every 3 minutes.
Yeah, because we
Like-
have both relationship women here, right? So that's a difference of perspective and opinion. Yeah,
course.
go
Nice.
ahead.
Do you want a boyfriend?
I do, but if you last week I spoke about this, is I want a boyfriend, but then I'm like, not yet. Like, I think for me, I just want to like find my person and know, okay, we're connecting, we're growing, we're building that foundation that we should have. And I want to be at like, there are certain things I want to accomplish for myself first before I can fully give myself to another human being. So I want to meet my person. I want to connect with like I just said, but relationship, I don't know what I want sometimes.
You want to stand by?
Yeah. No, I don't want to stand by.
Oh,
no,
never mind.
I want my person.
What?
No,
Like
I
I
meant the
just
relationship
said.
on standby, not a
Relationship on
person.
standby.
So what if you meet your person
What
That's what Benny said. Not Vina. What
and you're
if?
just not ready?
then we just gonna work until I'm ready.
What is that? What do you mean? We're gonna work
No,
until we're
honestly
ready?
though, okay. So you
They
know
don't
how,
like
for
that.
example, I think like Jenny Mai, she didn't want any kids, and then she met Jeezy, and she's like, "I want your baby," type of situation, right?
I was confused.
Like,
I didn't know who
That's
that
a little.
was.
That's.
I think for me, it's like, okay, if this is going and we're great, and I'm comfortable with where I'm at in my life and the things I've accomplished for myself, blah blah, then let's just let it flow. Like I like a flow. I don't like anything that's forced. I don't like anything I have
You
to
don't like something that
overthink.
has to really structure and really like put together. It has to come natural.
It has to come natural.
sure.
So if naturally we're building, we're growing, and it goes into a relationship, that's cool. Because I have no problem committing to one person. And I feel like when I say like people think I have a fear of commitment, I hate feeling obligated to do certain things, but I'm not scared of commitment. When I'm
you
with
scared
one
of?
person, I'm with one person. What am I scared of? Feeling obligated to
I'm gonna say you said it. Obligation.
to include. I did say it. Thank you. Right, to include someone else into my life when I'm focused on other things.
You fear adding,
Not the-
you fear adding someone to your life when you're focused on other things. But
Is
like,
this a therapy session today?
It's gonna be
Because that's
apparently.
all I get.
open
Look, he's sitting in
it's
the.
open. It's
we
honestly open.
We're openly honest.
Okay, I'm just.
I'm gonna keep going with openly
No, for
honest
sure.
because it's
Because
just
the
natural.
reason why I ask is because, like, end of the day, we as people, we realize we can't even gauge who we meet or when we meet them or why we meet them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, like, you could say this now, and I'm not saying it's not true for you because that's your truth, but I'm saying, like, overall, we all know at a certain point, like, you don't get to decide the timing of anything.
But I just said that. I just said if it flows and it goes there, I'm not going to be resistant. Like, you guys have to listen
he
to
agreed with you.
understand.
yeah, no, I
agree with
agree
you.
with you. I'm not. I'm just saying,
He's
like,
button.
yeah, no, it's not. It's never.
She
My
wanna
my,
be a
my
lawyer,
responses are never about.
I did want to be. I did study.
My
law.
responses are more so in the sense of like, ask you on a more like intrinsic level, like when you like, cause I'm not saying I don't know you as much, you know, Z. Like I'm just coming from like
I know.
what, like 2-3 weeks of knowing her. I've known her
Been a
about
month.
Damn. All right, sir.
I don't know. I'm just fucking with
I
you.
don't know.
her. Regardless, and so at the end of the day, like for me, it's kind of like we say. Like, I know people. We say certain things, but we don't know the value or the weight we have in what we say when we say it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I asked that. You know what I mean? So if that's the case, all right, that's all for you. And you understand yourself and you know that. Bet I'm just saying, like in the sense of like, say you're in a flow you say you're in a workflow. Say you're getting a promotion, you're getting things together, or like, or maybe not even promotion, because that would mean like things are on the up and up. So you're looking at things positively. You know what I'm saying? So we'll say, what if like things are on the down slope? You know what I mean? Things aren't going as positively, but at the same time, you still meet a man. You know what I'm saying? Who gives you what you want, what you need, who adheres to you in any possible way that you need.
Yeah.
That's what I'm asking. Like, so you're still with it regardless. It doesn't matter.
I'm
In
still
terms
what?
of naturality, not like I want
He
to do this.
naturally fits into your life, even though at the current point where
Everything
you
else is
meet
pretty
him,
much
not be
everything's not
turmoil.
it.
Yeah.
Then let him fit.
If he fits, he sits.
Welcome. Join in. Like,
Okay.
And that's very mature of you, because we had this conversation a while back. I'm not that mature in the sense where like, yo, I need my shit together, because if I'm not happy, we not gonna be happy.
But that's true. But that's true. Yeah.
That's real shit. And on the same end, where if you not happy, we not gonna be happy. We both got to be happy, and then come together and create some big ass happiness.
Yeah, but we think our happiness is the relationship a lot of times.
And I don't. It can be,
the point.
but that can't be the
I'm
source of the
sorry.
happiness.
It can't be. Of course it can't. But a lot of times it is. While y'all are actually thinking about what truly makes you happy in life, you are our happiness.
And then part of perspective is if things aren't going where I want them to go, or like it's not progressing as quickly. Let's say if like my personal
Go ahead. Sorry.
goals and my career and so forth or whatever, sometimes adding someone could help bring you there. So if that person is like elevating you and like literally like, you know, coaching you, giving you the resources and shit to help you get to where you want to be, why would I close
100%.
myself off from that?
Some people
Real shit.
That actually comes back to your point where you this. I think it's associated with a scared of commitment, because like when you have somebody pouring into you more than you can handle, you know what I'm saying? It kind of like it scares you, because it's like, oh shit, like you believe in me more than I believe in me.
No, that
And that's
motivates me.
for you.
But
some people
yeah,
it's kind of like intimidating, like shit, like this person thinks so much of me, like I don't even think this much of myself.
It's a lot of pressure.
It's a lot of pressure. Some people, not say people fall, but some people be like shy away from that concept. You know?
Because now it's just not just you. You might disappoint. Now you got this whole other outside party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they're investing in your journey. They're investing in the type of person you want to be. They're trying to push you into that person you want to be. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, thank you. But it's like, but on the other side, it's like, like,
That's
you know
not
what I'm
my journey right
You
now.
know what I mean? Like timing. You may not even be ready.
That's all it
You
is.
may not even be ready. Like you know you want to be that person. You're gonna get there. But like the speed at where they're trying to promote you or push you toward, it's kind of like you're like, yo, can you stop pushing me? Like I'm kind of like just trying to take my pace with it.
I think that's a conversation you have up front. Like, as things progress and you see like things are probably getting serious or feelings are developing, like I openly let people know, like, I like you. I really, really like you, but I'm not ready for a relationship yet. Like, if we get there, we get there, you know, but that's just a conversation I have up front so that there's
no like misconstruing of anything.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, I ended up in a relationship. The way that you speak about it, it's like timing, all that shit didn't matter. I personally was never in my life looking for a relationship. He's my first relationship ever. And I was like 27 when I got into it. Much like Symph, I spent a lot of my life like not just like playing sports, hanging out with my friends, like living my life. Yeah. Like I wasn't really worried about guys and like fucking and all that stuff. So now at a point in my life where I was literally, it was right before COVID. I was kind of at a point where I felt so free. It's crazy because I kind of never felt like that because I had just hit like 27 years old or 26 years old, and I felt like I was stepping into me. I was getting money. I was like, you know, everything was on the up and up. And then I met a man. And now, I mean, don't get me wrong, he was my up and up, but I mean, like, I just thought that it was me. Like, I was going to be good. I was going to have a great year. And then I stumbled upon a man that made me want to know what love felt like. He made me want to explore this feeling that people talk about with such affinity and such passion and such emotion. And I wanted to know, and mind you, this is right before COVID started. So if this was the end of the world, I don't want to leave this world without truly knowing what it feels like to be loved by somebody.
He looks like the preacher at the top of the onslaught.
That stank on it.
I've been monitoring that, by the way.
That's how I feel.
That's mad. That's
how I feel.
That's just. I ain't gonna lie. I have two feelings for that. One, that's disgusting. Two, that's
Filthy.
beautiful.
Okay.
I'm happy for you.
I thank you. It's a constant learning lesson. All of that.
Beautiful.
Disgusting, beautiful.
I'm a hater, so I gotta like stay true to who I am.
Oh, yeah, he been a hater.
Saw it on your face.
El Presidente, Buck Nasty, circa 1997, baby.
Oh, you young. He young.
Whoa, whoa,
Baby.
whoa,
Seen
whoa.
that shit coming. I just want you to know I seen that shit
I
coming.
seen it coming, but I thought we was gonna be growing up about it.
No.
Nope.
We're not.
You can't just
You're a
jump the ball
baby.
like that.
That's
Like
a
my
ball.
cousin's age. Wait.
I don't even know the year. Look at my little brother is 96.
He's 23.
25.
25. I can't do math.
I
Clearly.
can't do that.
It's all right. You know.
I can't do math.
No,
He said it's all right. I love you, Leon. You so nice.
I mean,
It's always supportive.
I
Quarter
feel like
century.
I personally feel like 97's the age where like people who were born in
97?
97, like people
Okay.
who were born in 97 were at an age where it's like we're right on the cusp of like different generations. You know what I'm saying?
We
So
are
dependent.
No.
Nah,
So-
you're Gen Z, bro.
No, for sure. But also you have to
Gen
understand
Z.
now. But you have to understand
You
like.
don't remember a page.
You understand who you grew up with. Like, I grew
Yeah,
up with
that's
my
true.
cousins. Like, so my cousins were my first friends. So,
Older.
Yeah,
my
that
siblings and my
makes
cousins.
sense,
So at that point,
Yeah.
I'm already associated with like, I guess in a sense, the generation before mine. I guess.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm like, all the stuff that y'all be feeling, I feel the same way. Like a millennial type of thinking of like how
Yeah.
shit goes and shit. I be feeling that way.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck Gen Z be feeling and real shit.
Everything.
You can't relate. I was about to say.
I can't relate.
They feel
I
I
everything
can't
all
relate.
at
They
one
feel
time.
everything, anxiety, everything that we've
I can't.
put, that
I
that's
can't.
not to be like very vulgar about it, but the clusterfuck of shit that we realize in terms of mental health and everything. I feel that, but not in the sense of like as opposed to what I grew up with like, yo, you gotta handle some shit. You gotta handle some shit. That's it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm on the cusp where it's like, yeah, at certain points you just gotta handle some shit. But at some points, bro, you really just gotta chill the fuck out.
Take care of
And feel-
yourself.
feel
Take care of
feelings.
yourself.
That
You know what I'm
balance
saying?
of
Like it's a
both.
balance of shit.
No, that's love. That's love. A lot of us never haven't gotten to that point until we was way past 25. So
You know what I mean? When you have to
That's a
realize, like,
blessing.
yo, life really got to slow down for me. You know,
Yeah.
not even say life has to slow down for me, but I have to slow down for myself.
yeah, I got to slow down for my life.
Perfect.
Like life isn't gonna slow down. That's just what it
It
is.
just keeps going.
Yeah, that shit actually it get quicker. Like as I get older, I'm like, yo, what the fuck? And I can't imagine people with children. Yeah, like I think about this all the time. I'm just like life has to move so fast for y'all because for me, it's just going and going. But I have to slow myself down. I have to slow my mindset down, my processing, my thinking abilities, my processing abilities. All of that needs to get slowed down so that I can fully be present and live in this life.
I got a question. Do y'all want kids?
I do.
I already have a child.
Huh? Bro?
Yeah, I have a 6-year-old daughter.
That's nice.
You don't pay attention when she speak, do you?
No one pays attention.
What are you talking about? I did not hear
Oh
that.
God, here we go, Leon. You just
See,
done.
you know what's crazy?
opened up
My fault. I ain't
the-
mean to
now
start that.
nobody
Pinning me
pays
to the
attention.
cross
I
before I even
mean,
knew I was on one. Like,
Like,
damn.
I forgot you
Don't
wasn't here when
enable
she said
this.
it. You wasn't here when she said it before.
Okay, that's
Don't
nice.
enable what?
How is it? How
then
is
nobody listens to me.
Y'all don't.
I
All
listen
right.
to you.
Oh
We
my
we just
here.
we just witnessed. I was speaking. There's a whole side conversation where I have to like literally be like,
How is it?
I was
How-
what?
Welcome to
having a
Two
child?
Podcasts. Like that literally happens. Come on, it's not a personal thing.
Are we done?
We love you.
We do love
Lord.
you. We do love you.
I don't need that. Like I'm cool. I'm really chilling. This is my personal life. This is me every day. Like
I love
chilling.
that. No, for real.
What's the question? How was having a child?
Yeah.
I never wanted kids, so it was an adjustment. I was a 0 to 1 type of girl. Like,
No, really, y'all.
really 0, maybe 1.
I hear
But
you.
I don't believe in abortions for myself. Like women could do whatever they want with their lives and their body. That's on them. Pro-choice all the way. But for me personally, it wasn't something I can live with. So I love being a mother. I feel like having my daughter has taught me a lot of things, not just about myself, but for example, I didn't grow up with like love and affection in my household. So having her, I was like, I want to teach her all the things I didn't have. Like, I'm not a parent whose first disciplinary action is to yell or to hit her. Like, I want to talk it out. Like, you want to feel your emotions, you want to cry for 20 minutes, be my guest if you want to talk about it now. And like, I feel like that being able to manage a child and like pour into a child has taught me how to pour into other people. And I'm not as selfish as I used to be. I'm still selfish, just not that much.
Yeah, for sure.
But I love being a mother. Would I do it again? I don't know.
That's an honest answer. That's what we want.
That's my truth.
What you, Bella? What you guys? I already know Leon's. I know Leon's answer.
I do. I do. At first, I went to like 4 or 5. Now, like,
Oh, who?
if I get 2,
Who?
She want to
I'll
start
be
in lineup.
happy.
Okay. She said 2's all right.
Two's I'll take 2. I'll take
Because I
2.
grew up with a brother, so I understand what it means to have a sibling. there. But also, like, he was there in and out because we have different dads. So he was
Yeah.
staying at my grandparents'
Yeah.
house. But then I would have cousins who were kind of like my brothers and
Siblings
sisters.
type
Yeah.
shit.
So,
Same.
like, they would put me on to, like, old school hip hop. Just, like, a whole bunch of
Yeah.
just game. So, like, I
Yeah.
appreciated that interaction. So that's why I want at least 2. so they can like bounce off of each other.
Maximum.
It could be like you and your brother. I don't want kids.
Okay.
Well, especially not right now. I don't know. Maybe that might change, but
See, I think she'd be a good mom.
I don't. Oh, that's so sweet.
I feel like you'd be a good mom. I feel like there's a lot of like I'd be a good mom or like she'd be a good mom, because you have maternal instincts. But at the same time, like
It's a whole different.
I mean, I have an amazing relationship
ball game
with children.
when you're in it. Like
I just there's too much for me personally that I would have to work through, get through before children even became a thought in my mind. I have a cat, right? And let me just for context, I had my cat since that thing was 4 weeks old. Okay,
God, motherfucker.
4-week cat problems. You can relate. 4 weeks old little kitty, and I have crippling anxiety. I shouldn't do that. I'm always trying to downplay things that people tell about me. I have anxiety. I have really fucking bad anxiety. I'm just going to accept it. All right? Mental health. Since we on mental health advocates platform, we going to accept it.
Whoa, we just you know what I'm saying?
Immature.
We want to hear
Mental
your
health.
truth. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is.
Well, I do. I have anxiety, but I think a lot of times I try to downplay it. I don't know why I do that, but either way I do it. But a lot of what I've noticed with myself and my cat, I noticed it may sound ridiculous, is my cat has picked up a lot of my anxious tendencies. My cat is very anxious. The fucking doorbell rings, my cat runs. He's never to be seen. And I promise you, he learned that from me. There's no way that he didn't.
It can't be from no
It
one
can't
else.
be.
Yeah.
I had him since he was 4 weeks old. So if I was able to pass my anxiety, my mental illnesses onto a cat, my cat baby, like imagine what I would do to a human child. So like I don't even want to like do any of that until I can really truly look at myself and be proud, like truly proud to my core of who I am. Like I'm proud of myself, don't get me wrong, but there's a lot of me that I know needs work. Hell yeah, like there's a lot of all of us obviously, but like there are true things that I need to work on before kids could even begin to be an option for me. My man wants children, obviously, but he's in the same space. He knows that we got a lot of work to do. So I'm gonna be Auntie Bree until then. Bring the kids. Bree love the kids. I should say that. I love children. I love them so much. They are genuinely like the most beautiful beings, on the most innocent.
I think you get that from your mom though.
Oh, my mother was the best. I could cry. Yes.
I mean,
I try to give the love that my mother gave me.
I would like to add, like, at the end of the day, like, kids are very, very cognizant of their surroundings and their environment and what they're going in. You know what I'm saying? They're aware. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, they understand, like, to a certain degree, they understand what you're going through. Because obviously for me, real quick, I understood the situation in my household immediately. So I tried to be less of a burden. You know what I'm saying? So kids are aware of that, you know what I'm saying? Because they don't want to cause strife.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
wanna add on
Any
to
extra.
anything.
You know what I mean? So like, I'm not saying you will. I'm not saying you should. I'm not saying anything at all. I'm saying like, a child could teach you something that you didn't necessarily think you needed to know until at that certain point in time.
that's a fact.
Like we're cat, you know.
We're cat parents.
We're cat parents.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
Right. We cat parents.
You know what I mean? So like,
Maybe that's the only person you actually listen to.
well, one, I don't know who listens to who, because I just be talking and they just be
That's
looking at me
true.
like,
Not the cat.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the
I'm not saying.
I understood what you was talking
I
about.
don't know. He's
I be like, blue, blue. He sure be looking at
Bro,
me.
he be
You know
looking
I'm
at me
talking to
like,
him.
he
Yeah,
be
they,
looking like,
From that.
they know we talking.
You
They
know
know
what
who
I'm
we
saying?
talking to.
You
Yeah, you know who
what
they
we
talking
talking about.
Like, they understand English, I'm saying.
Just bringing it back to the children.
right.
Oh, damn.
The children,
Yes.
the children.
The children,
Sometimes they're the reason why you change, because people could be telling you the same thing over and over and over, but until maybe your child will
very
even be
true.
like a teenager till you really get the shit, to be quite honest, and then it hits you and you're like, oh,
Until you go over to your
This
friend's house
would I-
and his mama say it, and now all of a sudden you're like, oh.
this thing I'm doing can't go much farther than this. If you truly want to change, like it cannot go much farther, and sometimes your children are the catalyst for that change. for
Yeah,
you, 'cause
for
you
sure.
literally won't listen to anyone else, because that's the person that you truly care about so much. because they really
Unconditionally.
came out of- exactly, unconditionally.
For sure.
That actually segues me right into one thing that I wanted to ask you guys. Because I heard a lot of men talk about how women, we don't know how to love unconditionally.
Oh, I
Like
heard
we
that
love
many
with
times.
conditions.
Who told you that?
I didn't heard that.
Who told you that? I ain't gonna lie.
I ain't gonna
Never heard that.
snitch. I ain't gonna point. No. Oh, okay, never mind.
That
But
man
so I
lied.
heard
I've never
this.
heard that.
Oh, you
That
ain't never
man
seen
lied.
that? you ain't like a lot of men. They say that we have like our love, the love from a woman is conditional. So like, let's say you lost all your money tomorrow, we all of a sudden ain't gonna love you.
But not even
or if
that.
you,
Once you sneeze the wrong
yeah,
way,
no,
and
okay,
you look
yes,
suspect. Oh no, we're not together anymore.
Yes.
You look weird. Like,
No,
I'm
it's
looking at you strange.
nah.
It could
Nah,
be the
that's facts.
simplest. It's for real though. It could be the simplest.
Nazi
thing.
laughing.
But guys will stay through all your temper tantrums.
They
They'll
have
stay
to.
through all the crazy shit. Some women will stay, but there is. I don't know. I think it's a difference. I think there's definitely a difference.
Because I feel like,
I mean, I feel like
head scratch.
at its core, no, 'cause I want to phrase it the right way.
Okay.
But this is like at its core, guys is we willing to put up with a lot of shit
what
if
I
we
mean.
just because if we know you a good woman, we just willing to put up with a lot of shit.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, niggas be like, how many times we complain about some shorty and you're gonna be like, well, she good, so it's just like it's whatever.
like, yo, you
She a
don't
good
find
girl.
your people, you know what I'm saying?
'Cause
You
we
don't
know we
find
not
good
gonna
people.
That's a fact.
As a dude, you get lucky, but so many times.
Yeah.
Especially if you really recognize and you got the discerning eye.
And that luck run out kind of
I'm saying you real cognizant of it because it's just like, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Last time I got like a really good woman, I fucked it up. So I gotta make sure I'm good with this one.
That's real shit. That means that you're learning. That means that it was trial and error. You aren't just one of these dudes that place blame on other people or, and continue those same patterns. Yeah. That's real shit.
But there's been, I know I can speak. I can
ahead,
speak for
dog.
both of us.
Go
Been
ahead,
times where you've
dog.
been the quote unquote good dude, and you kind of just got
Shit on.
kind of just not even shitted on. I'm just saying like, I don't want to say like
Speak it
my shit was minuscule, but it's just like
You got dismissed.
you kind of get dismissed on like some of the smallest shit.
Yeah.
That's what I said. You sneezed the wrong way. Ugh, what? Ugh, homeboy over here. He got it
Yeah.
all going on. Let me go
And that's
over
kinda
there.
just
I got
like-
You're
options.
not allowed to
Let me
feel
get my
anything.
options over here.
And I'm
on
saying
my
that's
phone.
really what it is. It's like, let's keep it stacked. A lot of the time, women have more options than men have.
Of
it's
course.
easy.
You have a larger
Sam
pool to
actually
pick
said that
from.
last
Easier to
episode.
get them than it is for men.
Especially
than
if you were
women.
good.
Like, it's
Especially
so
if you were a
much
good woman.
easier.
Yeah,
You're
if
a
you're a
good
good
woman,
woman.
Dude's gonna see it. So you
Yeah.
have your pick of all these good men over here.
Yeah.
Especially if you got a discerning eye. All these good men over here. On the flip side, women already gonna look at a dude and just like, yeah, he ain't shit.
Yeah.
Already off rip.
Yeah.
You gotta prove
Nothing
prove
about
yourself to
him.
me.
You
Yeah.
know nothing about
You
him.
gotta prove yourself to
Nah,
me. You
the
gotta show me you lying like the rest of these
the
niggas.
stipulations for a good man are double, triple what the
That's a
stipulations
fact.
are for a good woman. No, that's a
I
fact.
gotta
I'm
prove to
sorry.
you that I'm not like the last 4 dudes that wasted
Yeah.
your time.
But me, you have to give me the benefit of the doubt off rip because I'm not like these other girls.
It's not even have to. It's
I'm
just
the
like
one.
I'm more open to giving you the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah. Men are.
Listen, every
men
man
are
I've given the benefit of the doubt turned out to not be legit. Like every man I've given a fair shot, it's either there's something wrong with you, you're too good to be true, what are you hiding? But I'm like, because I'm giving you a fair shot. Now, if I was a savage, then it would be
Yeah.
like a whole
But
different
you did say
story.
in the episode Wolf, it was karma.
Run it back.
Not running back. Play the tape.
You say, "Wait a
Play the
tape."
tape.
What men we're not used to like talking. We're not used to like consistently like dealing with a good woman. So when you fuck up on a good woman, when you like mess up that bag in a sense, you're like, I can't do this shit again. So when you finally have a good woman and like the emotions, you feel it. It's kind of like, I bet
Yeah.
I'm with all that. You know what I'm saying? And I gotta make sure I do this one right because last time I fucked that shit up.
Royal.
Willing
You
to
don't even
compromise
know.
a little more.
Yeah, you don't even know when you're gonna come across a good woman ever again.
Exactly.
Damn, do y'all be dealing with that many like ain't shit bitches?
Yes.
Can I say
What
that?
makes a woman?
Can y'all really
and
tell
shit?
us? Yeah, like, what do they be doing?
Serious
Because we don't have
question.
friends like that. We
It's-
don't really know.
For me, it's more of an for my experience, it's more of an accountability level.
Nail on the head.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like I can like get it. Like I'm the type of person like it takes 2 to tango all the time, all the time. You know what I'm saying? Now depending on like my maturity level and like how I look at the situation, I might see my way a lot more like pristine in a sense. Like my
course.
way is the way to go.
Clean cut.
For sure, but at the same time, when you get to a point, it's also like, all right, wait, I fell short here. Now, it's not my job to necessarily be focused on where my partner fell short,
Right.
but at the same time, it's like there's in
You conscious of it.
Yeah, you're definitely conscious.
Oh
of
yeah,
it.
don't forget it.
But to look at the
situation-
whole situation,
You have
to look at the whole situation and see where you fucked up, you got to see the other end of it too.
Yeah.
Like, okay,
What made you
100%.
like react that way? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, granted, sometimes it's more of like a trigger sense, but sometimes it's kind of like, where did that even come from?
right.
Sometimes you have to understand what the other person did to know if it was an action or a reaction.
You
so I
know-
completely understand.
And that's where it falls. Cause like I ain't gonna lie, sometimes for me it's like I don't speak for Leon, but like kind of be like, why you acting like it's only me? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like I reacted a certain way for sure, granted,
Yeah.
and we could discuss that. But it's like, why you acting like you're like it's
Faultless.
only me? You know, like you faultless. You know what I mean? So
That I do remember I was speaking, and then you brought it back to karma when I said because karma. I'm a character.
She is.
It's funny you say that because like when I am dating, if I apologize for like something I've done or something I misinterpreted or take accountability, men look at me like, "Wait, what? Like you're apologizing? You're actually?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I was
fucked up.
wrong. Like
My bad.
I was reactive. I was this. I was that. I'm gonna tell you what you did to get me there, but I am taking accountability and I do apologize. And it's like, women don't apologize. You don't mean that shit.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I wouldn't say anything I don't mean. So
for sure.
I understand that.
because it's never been my job in a relationship to tell you where you fucked up at.
Exactly.
Never been my job.
No.
It's not
I'll
supposed to
I'll
be.
Say that
apologize and I'll let
again.
you know where I fucked up at. And again, I say this shit time and time again. I'm observant as fuck. I have discerning eyes, so I'm going
Noted.
to see the whole situation. I see where I fucked up.
observe that.
I see where you fucked. I did, but I was at the point. My fault.
I was trying to get you.
But-
All right, never mind. Go ahead.
I'm gonna see where you fucked up at, but I'm not going to tell you
Yeah.
unless like you really are at a loss.
Mm-hmm.
And 9 times out of 10, I'm not messing with people that like I've never been involved with people that just like are oblivious to shit. You're a smart, intelligent woman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So the fact that you didn't acknowledge what you did, you just don't want to do it.
Right. It's an ego thing.
And that's a
It's
problem to me. Like I tie that back to my home life. My stepfather tell me all the time, peace is better than being right. That shit don't rock with me.
No.
That shit do not rock with
That's
me.
like that.
'Cause I
happy
do love
wife,
my
happy
peace.
life.
Peace
That's what I'm
is
saying.
better than what? Say it again.
forgot
Say it again.
Peace
Than
is
being right.
better than being right.
Oh no, I knew. I remembered it. I just
Is
wanted
it?
him to
And it's
say
just, and that's the thing. Like,
Is it?
But if
You
you're
could-
if you're at peace knowing the truth and not and not caring whether that other person accepts it or not, it is.
I agree.
So in a sense of not taking action, letting them know what the
what I'm
fuck
saying.
they did.
Well, no, it's not that you're not taking the action of letting them know. It's if they choose to accept that when you've let them know. It's having that peace is knowing that you've said it to them. You know the truth. You've known what you could have done better. And that's why when you move on to the next person or that next woman, you can do better because you've spent that time understanding what you did wrong and not trying to push it off on somebody else.
Ooh, that's why
You feel
ladies
me?
get mad when the guy goes to the next woman and then
Gives her everything. She's like, but we had to go through all the, but were
it's a
you the
each
woman
one
that
to each
deserved
one.
it?
Yeah.
It is. That's just life. It really is. We get people prepared for the next chapters in their lives
And
all
that's
the
what I'm
time.
saying. I never understood. Sorry to cut you. I
No,
never
you're not cutting me.
understood
It's a
that
conversation,
shit.
boo.
I never understood that shit. Like,
What you ain't understand?
that like, oh, like you did this shit with me, but then like, oh, we out here cheating the next woman. It's like, bro, isn't that what this is though?
like, I don't.
am I not allowed to learn from my respect?
Am I
my
not allowed
mistakes?
to learn
Like,
from that
100%.
shit? Like,
No, we
Had I
take
had
it
not learned
personal.
anything from being with you, then it would be like, after all this time, he still didn't learn. Now he done learned
And
and
it's-
moved on and is applying what he's learned from being with you, and you're still mad. Women we're just always mad.
Yeah.
you said it, not me.
I mean,
I ain't
it's
say it.
very
I ain't
hard
say
to
it.
please us. I'm not gonna lie.
I'ma say it.
It's very hard to please us.
And you
but it's
can't.
better. But the thing is, it's better when y'all say it because then
'Cause
it's not like coming from a stand.
Yeah, y'all not
I can't- we
misogynist.
can't
We
say
can't be
it.
misogynist.
But that's unfortunate though.
yeah, y'all should be able to
'Cause
share your experiences.
It's very rare and far in between where you hear women kind of talking about this.
Yeah,
So-
it's true.
I feel like y'all
about it.
should be able to, but I get it.
And then we get labeled as like, what are we, men sympathizers? Like, who
Pick
called
me's.
us?
Pick me.
Pick me, baby girl. I'm picked. I done got picked. I'm
Talk about it.
good.
Talk about
I'm
it.
good. I don't
Say
need to
it
be
again.
picked by nobody else. I'm
Shit, I'm already
straight.
taken.
That's
Fuck
how
you
I
saying?
feel. Okay, like I don't need to get
Clearly,
picked.
I'm not a pick me, but I'm also not a panderer. I am literally just here. You know, I'm
Yeah.
just existing at this
As
point.
you should.
I think what we're
life.
trying to do is like let women know a lot of the maybe toxic behaviors that we exhibited in our past that prevented us from truly finding a happy, healthy relationship. And so now that we're maybe kind of learning and starting to hold ourselves accountable, that's all we're trying to do for other people. That's it. I'm not trying to get on no whole genders of people. Facts. Like, I love women. I love y'all. I love us. I love the power that we hold. But at the same time, we've been lied to a lot.
And we haven't held ourselves accountable.
And we don't hold ourselves accountable. It's happy wife, happy life. And then we could do whatever. And it's like, but that is not what creates a happy, healthy relationship. It just isn't. There's a whole other person that has feelings, problems, cares, wants, needs that we never even consider because we've been taught. Wolf was touching on this last episode. Things are shifting where we're just taught that like everything is how it should be, how we need it to be, or how we expect it to be.
And a lot of us are in an echo
Of course.
I'm going to interject because I have to kind of go through the history of this change. First, women were like seen as, if you're not married, if you don't have a man, then what are you doing in life, right? So women have been in the shadow of men. There was a whole century of that happening,
Your
right?
importance was tied to your connection to a man.
Exactly. And then the shift happened where it's like, happy wife, happy life, or however the fuck that saying goes. I don't know.
We not married.
I am married. I don't know. But so that whole shift happened where it's like, we're always right. You have to cater to us, women. Oh
We
my
the prize.
God. Like, you're so lucky to have me. And I think now
You
it's
are.
just coming back to the sense of, let's get to balance and an even playing field and realize it's a asymbiotic relationship.
Yeah.
Like, one is not more important than the other at the end of the day. And I feel like it's taking us a lot of time to get there. And so a lot of conversations we have, it's kind of like just like weaving that gap of I'm this and I'm that. It's like, no, together we can be this. We are both needed in different ways.
One needs the other.
For any relationship to flourish. And that's just where we're at. And like, maybe
shit.
we're ahead of the pack sometimes. Maybe there are other women out there who are thinking those things and don't want to say those things.
Right.
But at the end of the day, it has to be a collective thing in order for it to move forward.
Yeah.
And that's my TED Talk for today.
Because I think on the
Thank you for coming.
Like in the outside world, like we say we want equality, and like that would be the case in like relationships. You want equality, like if I can do this and you could do this, and like the fair exchange.
Right.
But for a lot of women in this space now, in these couple of years, it has been more about I want power.
Speak
So
on it.
it's not necessarily about equality. It's more of like, well, I want power. I feel maybe, I don't know, disvalue, whatever the case is.
Or a lot of women don't want to put their power, lose their power to men.
Right.
So they try
Even though you're not losing power to a man, you're both kind of bringing it
Sharing it.
together.
You're sharing
But
it.
their
We don't see it as that.
mindset-
We're not taught that way.
Right.
You're
Their
taught you're
mindset-
succumbing to a man's power.
Their mindset is very victim based. So it's just like, well, I'm on the lower tier of a man, but that's not really the case. Especially when you get into a healthy relationship, like that's not even what's happening there at all.
Talk about it.
But we're taught that in all of media. It is an echo chamber. When you go to certain people's pages, you might go in the comments, and it's just like, well, I'm not doing nothing for no man. Like, if he don't know, then he don't know, and da-da-da-da. But it's just like, but you want someone to teach you, though.
Right. We don't have to teach each other. You just the student and
But
he the
there-
teacher.
There's things you don't know, and you want to be taught. So technically, I guess the guy would be settling for you. Because there's information that you just don't understand, but yet you want him to do everything. But that's fair, though.
And it's almost always going to be that. I don't think a lot of people not going to say that, but men are mostly always settling for women, really.
That's a fact. That's a fact. But
Mostly
you don't-
always settling.
Yes.
Is there a reason for that?
I mean, he kind of touched on it. Half of it is like you believe that you won't come across this
it
many
again.
women as
Yeah.
often. You know what I mean?
They're more
You think
realistic
this is
about
as good as
that.
you can get it.
Oh.
Is that, and you don't really expect. You don't. I think a lot of men don't really expect complete greatness from women in general. You know what I mean? So like, he doesn't even think like, oh, there's higher than this. He's just
Right.
like, this is good, as good as it'll get for me, which is not necessarily bad, but this is what he believes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so you be happy with that. But the whole time it's like, man, you could possibly get
Get
more,
better,
but it's like
yeah.
it's not. You don't see it a lot though.
And
know
you
what I
ain't
mean?
never gonna be happy if you're constantly thinking about more,
Yeah,
more,
that's
more.
a fact.
Not at all. Not at all.
Because what is that? What does that mean?
I wanted to bring up
wow.
a point. I saw a post. My cousin posted the shit the other day, and it's kind of like defeating that narrative of like, oh, your woman has to submit to you and da all this other shit. So it said, real divine feminine energy doesn't submit; it is receptive. And on the flip side, it says real divine masculine energy isn't controlling; it is constructive. And that shit,
beautiful.
That shit hit crazy. So I'm like,
Facts. I got you.
that explains why I've always like cringed when I heard the terms like, oh, you got to submit to your man or your woman has to submit to you. I'm like, the connotation with the word submit is just so fucking weird to me. It's just like, it's like a beneath kind of like subservient attitude. Like that shit's never rocked with me. I've never understood that shit because I've never in my life seen a black woman like in my home.
Submit.
Yeah. And my mom is to my realization is like a healthy, loving marriage.
Yeah.
And they've been in that for like 20, 22 years.
Oh, wow. Good for them.
Yeah. So it was just like, the submission thing has just always been kind of weird to me. So that post kind of like rung true in my head. I was like, yeah, like, you know, as long as that goes back to accountability and like, you know, have a conversation and stuff like that. Because it's like, as long as you're receptive, this shit can work. You don't have to completely agree with me and all this other shit. As long as you're receptive and like somewhat open so that there's possibly another train of thought out there.
Yeah.
That's great.
100%.
And on the flip side of man, like, you do not have to control everything. And that's kind of like what we're taught. You got to have this shit in order. You got to make sure this is then like your life is this, your bank account is like this. And we're taught that from young, but you don't have to have everything under your control. You don't have to have people in your control. As long as you're like constructive and trying to
You
get
had this
better.
under control.
Yeah, control, like the knowledge to know what you can and can't control. Like if you can control your brain, your mind, whatever, how you react to situations, that's always a plus. But you don't have to control the outside. Like you don't
Right.
have to impose your will on every single thing that you come across.
1,000%.
Can I say that maybe some men have to use or tend to use the word submit is because a lot of times, again, we were talking about this last episode as well, but it's like we have this notion of like, you can't tell us what to do. We do what we want to do when we want to do it. But like in any relationship, 2 men, 2 women, 1 man, 1 woman, 1 woman, 1 man, that can't work.
No.
If one person does everything that they always want to do. So when I feel like, for me personally, I never had a bad reaction to when a man says he wants a woman to submit. Because for me, all that means is he doesn't want a woman that's going to be like, I don't know.
Super combative.
Yeah, combating him on every.
Just want to be
pleasant
pleasant to be around.
Yeah.
See, I'm
Who doesn't
okay
want
with,
to be.
I'm okay with like the
Who's okay with
outside.
following his lead? That's all I hear. I don't hear necessarily like you have to be my subservient slave. I don't think I could say that word.
18th century type shit with like your chastity belt. And all
Yeah,
this
I
other
don't
shit.
personally see it that way, but I obviously understand where you're coming from, and especially hearing your mother and father situation. I'm assuming that's your father, maybe. Either way,
Stepfather. It's
okay,
my
yeah. So that's your father.
Yeah.
So seeing your parent situation clearly indicates that a woman can take the lead. Correct me if I'm wrong. Would you
I
feel
wouldn't
like?
say-
Situations.
If I ever seen a team, that's really it. If ever I seen a team.
Okay, so I like that. We touched on that last episode. It's not even necessarily that one person is in charge. It's teamwork.
Yeah.
And so when you say submissive, it's not necessarily like one person is more submissive than the other. Men are just saying we need you to be able to submit in some ways. Because as women know, men are submitting to us in some ways. You're letting us do all this crazy shit, as you stated before, because you know we're good women. You know what I mean? But so it's not a one-sided thing. You both need to submit in some ways to like an idea of it's both of us. We have to submit to this notion of like it's just you, me, together. Boom. What are we doing? You know, I don't know if it has to be as demonstrative. Let me stop trying to use big words. It don't gotta be as bad as like saying like, oh, I need somebody that's gonna submit to me and do everything. Like Wolf was saying that also, like it's not just men that say certain things that like, oh, I need a woman that's gonna submit to me. A lot of them, they're looking for that girl that they can control. But the normal everyday man is just looking for a woman that is going to be his team coach. What? His team player? Yeah,
The
that's who it
franchise
is.
player.
Mhm,
Franchise
exactly.
player.
She's just looking for the answer. Allen Iverson.
Want to be led.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all just want a pleasant home to come home to, and
Yeah.
vice versa. All that.
That becomes a conversation about if that man can lead or not.
100%. That's what Wolf was telling us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like some men we weren't taught to lead. Almost so we didn't have examples for us to lead. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us were taught to follow. You know what I mean? Or let just go with the flow, as you call it.
Yeah.
So like, if you weren't taught to lead, you're at a position, you're at a place where it's like, I'm gonna let the bygones be what it is, and then see what happens. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it.
You take everything on the chin.
Basically,
Any woman?
you know what I'm saying? Versus the man where it's like, I mean, that can happen. But I don't want that to happen. So
shouldn't happen.
Let me do something else. You know what I'm saying? Let me shift gear so it's like she understands where I'm coming from, where I'm going, and it's so she can understand where she can go, or what she can do. Because real leadership is allowing people to, or anybody to understand their options and their choices, and having the freedom to do that. A good leader will have them be like, you know, I bet we're gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm with you. I'm rocking with you. Let's do that. You know what I'm saying? Because I believe in this.
Yeah.
And also at the same time, it doesn't mean bad leadership is like, well, you know what? You said this, so I don't really want to rock with that. It doesn't mean that necessarily either. It just means like at the same time, the type of person you deal with, the type of person your partner is, they'll be able to they'll gauge how we said earlier in the beginning, like they'll gauge you.
Yeah.
Like, all right, best. Like, this is what I'm on. What you want? Like, what you
They'll
want to
know how you
like,
feel about
feeling
things.
about this. You know what I mean? It's a teamwork thing. It's not so like, yo, this is what I'm telling you, so this is what it is. It's more like, I'm telling you this, so how do you feel? Listening to that and being responsive, I bet that we're going to do that as well.
Being receptive.
Just there you go. Dropping gems. Okay. Reception.
I'm tired.
What else?
What do we have?
I'm ready for a nap.
You got 10
Not a
minutes
nap. Oh,
Okay.
10, that's
10.
it. Oh, man. We
What's
running
a
through time.
God,
what can we touch on?
One, right.
Question.
Bang.
Anybody, did y'all want to ask us anything for real?
Let's see. Hold up.
Hold up.
Said we actually had questions.
I'd be like, she was too hype. Hold on, somebody else pick.
I do have a question. I didn't really put it on there, but it had to do, I guess it ties into a little bit what we were talking about. Why is there such a double standard for, like, let's say when men cheat, right? They expect like the woman, or there's almost like an expectation for a woman to like take you back or to keep you, you know, once you've really broken that trust, that bond.
Because I seen you
But
take back
I
your ex
find
about
when
4
men,
times.
what?
Because I seen you take back your ex about 4 times. No, I'm joking, but I'm
I think
joking.
we all know one of them. We all
Exactly.
know one of them. I feel
So
you,
like,
Leon.
damn,
I
we
know
cheated
her.
on you, dragged
I
you
know
through the
her.
mud, like this
I
and
know
the
her.
third. You was
And
fucking
she
with
put it
for 4
all on
years.
Facebook. Yep.
But then me, I do this little fuck up, and you telling me that's crazy.
Oh,
That's crazy.
Oh, okay. So,
I
like,
mean,
I
like-
guess in your situation, it's the opposite. But
Oh no, that was a joke. That was a
Person-
joke. That
oh,
wasn't my
okay.
situation at all.
oh, okay. So he out here, nobody playing him. Cool. Good to know. I've just noticed that a lot of my friends, a lot of my male friends, whenever there's like, promise you, the girl maybe didn't even cheat on him. Maybe she did something that he just felt like was,
Struck him the wrong way.
yeah, hit him the wrong way, and he can't even look at her the same way anymore. And it's so crazy to me because a lot of the times it may be one of their, and they're my friends, so I'm gonna tell them straight up, that might be your insecurity. It might not even be her. And I'm not even trying to make no excuses because they're my friend. At the end of the day, I'm gonna tell you straight up. But I feel like men at one sight of like disloyalty or like anything that could be construed as like, I don't know,
That is what you want?
yeah, then they run with it and it's like they can't see past it. But when they mess up, you a lot of times expect women to forgive you for messing with this side and that side and all the sides.
That's what we taught, though.
No, I know why.
I know all the ins
you
and
know
outs of
what?
what I did.
Oh, okay.
I know all the ins and outs of what I did in my
Right.
situation. And I'm trying to tell you, but you just don't believe me. That's why I feel like I'm justified to come back. On your side, I don't know everything that you went through. And we all know that age-old tale, women cheat better than men.
I done heard it.
I was telling him earlier, I was telling you the other day, I was messing with this one girl back in college. She swore up and down she not involved with her ex no more. I'm like, all right, cool. But like every time I see a poster, he in her room, they playing Hey, you know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm like,
In
what's
your
going on here?
room.
She was like, oh, we were studying. I'm like, this how you study?
No,
Like, you
no,
kicking
I'm
him off with your leg. Like, you on the bed, he on the edge
flirty.
of the shit. I'm just like,
No.
I said, miss me with all that, please.
Yeah, for real.
You know, shit run its course. We start fucking with each other. Like the next month or two, I see them together and they together. And I'm just like, you see what I'm
Together.
talking
Look
about?
at
Like,
that.
Have that emotional connection, and that's what a lot of people say is like when women cheat, it's emotional.
Yeah.
There's something
We've checked
emotionally
out.
driven
At that point.
Whether it's like just you become like my best friend, like we're just talking every single day. Eventually, those feelings are gonna grow, right? Where it's like it's not even something physical, and an emotional connection is deeper than a sexual connection, obviously. So for a man, it's like, well, if she can go there with you, it doesn't even have to be sexually, right? If she just has that chemistry and that connection with
Yeah.
him, then she can develop that love for him. And it's easy to leave me that way. Speaking from a man's perspective. Whereas from a man, if I cheat, most of the times it's just a physical thing. It's like eyes see it, dick gets hard. I want it.
But I have a lot of men that tell me
And I
that's
could
not why they
just-
cheat. They cheat because their woman isn't giving them something.
But still, that's
Depends on the type of
that's a
man.
part.
that's a physical
Yeah.
thing because if
Yeah.
your woman isn't giving you something emotionally, you can say I don't want this relationship at all. But
But you can
clearly,
still
you
have
still
sex
have
with them.
emotions for them as
But
a
how is that
man.
different than what women are doing? That's what I'm saying. It's like the
It's not
same
really
thing.
You have emotions for your
Right.
partner,
It's the same
but
thing.
not
There's
for
no,
the
there's no,
person.
there's
That's
no
what
real
I'm saying. A
difference.
lot of men tell me, listen to him. A lot of men tell me that it's not any emotionally different. That they are gaining emotions for this other
At
woman
the end of
because
the day-
they're feeding parts of their ego or
capping.
things that they
'Cause if
need
you- if
that
you're
the
growing
other
emotions
woman
from
isn't
them-
doing.
in the
I know
general
there's
scheme,
some
Why
men
is it
like
so hard
that
to believe
who are
that men
very
are also
sensitive.
getting? It's not.
You have to
You know,
understand,
it's
it's a
just we've
general
been
scheme.
taught that men cheat to cheat because they
Yeah.
need to do an ego thing. But a lot of times it's because women are feeling parts of them that they aren't getting filled by us, which is why we cheat as well. So I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I don't like that narrative.
It's a difference. If it's
That's
a
fine,
different
you
side
don't
of the
have
same coin. Like no matter how you put it, like how you flip it, like I'll speak for me. I won't speak for anybody else in the room or any of the man for like
Yeah.
when you get something when you're not getting what you need out of a relationship, especially like at the end of the day, I don't lie, like growing up, you don't know what you really want or what you need. You just have an assumption. You have like an idea, a hypothesis of what you need. You know what I'm saying? It isn't until like you go through certain things where you're like, all right, this is exactly what I need. This is exactly what the person is giving me. So at the same time, you get to a point where it's like, this person is giving me like one of the top, I guess, 3 or 5 things on the list that I need out of a relationship. Now, granted, I'm not condoning cheating. I'm not condoning like stepping out on a partner, but I'm saying like some people don't have the capacity to really be like, you know what, this is what it is, and this is what I'm feeling. You know, I stepped out on you. You know what I'm saying? I'm real with you. Like some people aren't built like that, where it's like, yo, listen, I'm gonna step away from this as opposed to like telling you the truth. You know what I'm saying? So at a certain time, a man will come to fruition. Some men, not all, where it's like come to a thought process where it's like, you know what? I'm gonna step out. If it doesn't hurt nobody, cool, bet, we're fine. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody's gonna say nothing. I ain't gonna say nothing. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, some men, not all. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like it builds, like it starts to generate a thought process of what am I really doing here? Then, if I'm doing that, you know, if I can't stay committed to one woman, you know, see the woman that gives me what I need as opposed to what I want, how better can I communicate what I want? So I know it can be attached to what I need. Not say you got to give me everything,
Right.
like 300%, but
at
like
least she knows.
she knows, you know what I'm saying? So she can try, and if she can, cool. If she can't, we'll discuss it and we'll see
Yeah.
if we can really work this thing out.
I feel like that's most men that cheat. Instead, we've been taught that like men just go out and cheat because they don't get enough head at home. And it's like, yeah, that is a reason, but it's like
It's a reason,
not
but
the
it's not
reason.
the reason. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like I'm a person. I won't put my business out there, but I've done that. You know what I'm saying? I've been there. You know what I mean? And me now it's kind of like nothing good came out of that situation, as opposed to me just communicating like what I wanted or what I
Right.
needed. You know what I'm saying? Or even if I did communicate, understanding myself more, and that's why it's so important to understand yourself more, to understand like I can't be here anymore. You may want to be with someone because of the fact of who they are. You know what I'm saying? Like Leon said, we don't, on a real level, don't come across good women entirely for who the person is. Like, Leon might come across a woman that's good for him. I'm using an example, good for him, but at the same time might be like, nah. You know what I'm saying? Like, because there's always that concept of more. You won't learn that through life. Like, at the end of the day, nobody's ever going to be everything you need. Nobody's ever going to be everything you need. You're just going to have to take that 80/20.
Yeah,
for
80
real,
over
for real.
20, facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Like that.
And like, no matter how you look at it, it might suck. It might be like, no, that's not crazy. Because the person I want, yeah, for sure, great in a perfect world. But at the same time, it's not really what happens all the time.
Yeah, it's true.
You know what I mean? So now how you look at it,
Not
so
reality.
it's not reality. So when you come across that person where it's like, damn, like, yo, I fucked up on that one. I find another one. I find another woman who's good to me, gives me what I need
I'm good right
right
here.
now.
I
And
ain't
honestly,
gonna fuck this
I'm
up.
okay. And
I like
and as a man, me personally, I won't speak for Leon, like, I'm okay with that. Because at the end of the day, I know what matters more now because of what I've experienced. As opposed to like my younger self was like, yo, I know what I want.
Yeah.
And I want what I want. You can want what you want all the time. You know what I'm saying?
mean,
you
you
can
gonna
want
get it.
this, you can want that, but at the same time, is it what you need? When you get home, when you chilling down, does it satisfy you the same way that what you need satisfies you? Does it? No? Then you got your point. You know, and you lost a good one at that. You know what I mean? It's really what it is. You know, charge it to the game, charge it to yourself, charge it to whatever you want. But borderline, that's really what it ends up being.
Yeah.
You know, out on a man's perspective. You know what I mean?
No, yeah.
No, I can't speak from a perspective, but at the same time, I was talking to an OG of mine real quick. He was like,
I wrapped it up.
I got you.
Make it real quick.
Wait, matter of fact, that shit stopped on 54.
Brief.
Okay.
Because man talking.
Brief.
Maybe 30.
Brief. At the end of the day, like, I was told, like, Nick, you don't know how many times you're going to come across a good woman.
Did
He's
somebody
like,
tell
Nick,
you that? Put you on?
yes.
Okay.
An OG put me on, like, 40, 50 years old. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, we don't get lucky like that.
You know what I mean? And like, I'm half his age. He's like, bro, you don't even know who's gonna really come across you again like that, who understands you. And I want to say this to anybody: like, if you find a person that understands you, you keep that person around. You don't do them dirty because
That's
it took time, it took peace, it took understanding of like who you are, who they are, and then coming back and being like, yo, you know, this is where
How
I'm
do
at.
I work for you?
And how
Assuming
I
they're
work
not like
for you.
abusing you and then.
Oh yeah, for sure.
In-
But
You gotta put that
context.
disclaimer out
Obviously,
there.
it
'Cause
has
some people
to-
be
Right.
like, "Damn, you know, I ain't gonna find nothing better than this." They get me.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
gotta put that
but it
disclaimer
works.
out
It has to
there.
work in a healthy
true.
way. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to cut yourself for that person.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, in reality, it's more like y'all interchange. Y'all like, I sacrifice some, she sacrificed some, or he sacrifices
A
some,
blood
I
bond.
sacrifice some, or he sacrificed some, he sacrificed some, you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't.
I just
it
read
just matters.
something that said that some days our relationship's gonna be 50-50, sometimes it's gonna be 70-30, sometimes it's gonna be 100-0.
It-
But
you
either
don't
way,
know.
we got each other.
You don't know, but at the same time, as long as you're applying yourself and the effort is there, that's
Right.
all that matters. You know what I mean? So, regardless, bottom line, last statement, it's kind of like you have to realize that the person you need, and like I said, I learned this. Realize like the person you need is sometimes better than the person you want.
Oh, that's like 12.
That's most times, yes.
Majority of the time,
That's
if not
majority
all
of
the time. But
Who
that's
you need and who
that-
you want.
Watch that.
that's just me. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying to speak for anybody else in the room. I'm just saying like overall.
Real shit.
Well then, what a way
Looks
to
like
take
we're
us
out
out.
of time.
That was very insightful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I don't
And
remember
something
how
that we
to
all
do
could
that.
relate to, obviously.
It was very.
But take that with you, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay. On that note, subscribe to both podcasts. Honestly,
Open Exchange on
Though.
YouTube.
Oh, okay, we both promoting.
And honestly, though,
I was gonna let them do that.
Yo,
drop.
shout outs to Honestly Tho Podcast. We met them. They're full of good energy. They're good women, good people. Fuck that, good people.
I
You
appreciate
know what I'm saying? And at the same time, they're gonna want you to like be a better person. Like women, men, women too, but women. Like, there's gonna be women that are gonna want you to push to be a better man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so at the same time, listen to them. It's not always about your ego. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? Shout out to Meeting, Honestly Tho Podcast, you know what I'm saying? For even in the slightest of like, you know, just randomly running into each other when we're supposed to record and shit like that. You know
No, but it was a vibe.
For sure.
It's a vibe.
Entirely, and I enjoyed it every way through. I'm a hater, so whatever you see in the beginning, it's cool.
It's all love. It's all love.
I'm a troll, so whatever you see throughout.
You know, but
It's all love. It's all love.
I'm Nate from Open Xchvnge Podcast.
Leon.
Z.
Symphony.
And I'm Brianna from Honestly Tho Podcast. And
And
thank you so much.
You already
That's
know.
on Honestly Open.
Honestly Open.
And there'll be more, you know what I'm
And
saying?
there will be more. They're coming on our stage next. So stay tuned.
Bye.
And thank you
Have a
so
great night.
much for keeping it
You know what
open.
I'm saying?
Yes, and honest. Bye.